Hello, everyone, small people of the world. I am David.
That's not inclusive, David. There are large and mid-sized people also.
What I meant was everyone that is basically not in my inner circle is small.
Your outer circle.
So
Smaller,
the world
perspective-wise.
the world and the people are all small to me.
Okay. I'm Sam.
And he says hello to the small
Hello.
people too.
Hello.
We're doing some tier lists today. This should be fun because we're doing
Tier list.
tier lists of horror villains
Aha.
and horror movies
Mm-hmm.
and a tier list of whores.
You didn't mention that. You didn't mention that coming in.
Can you just go with it?
Sorry, I was like,
You're a fucking adult. Okay.
I'm nice, man.
I respect, dude.
I called out your little people comment.
I'm chakra, bro. No, what is it called? PVO.
PV. What?
Positive vibes only. PVO. Positive vibes only.
Oh,
Same.
I didn't know that's what that meant.
PVO, man.
Peep.
Not horrors, but we'll probably try to get into some live reaction of horror scenes and get the stream banned as quickly as possible. That'd be actually
So
awesome.
towards the front.
I mean, I see people do it. And
So
I
this
feel
is
like
untested.
YouTube is okay with it because then you can't monetize it. But first of all, I didn't ask Sam this. What time are you leaving?
How long are we? Roughly 4.
Okay, so I'm going to say 3 because
Okay.
I need time to do shit.
You need time to do shit.
So 3:30
Okay.
is the cutoff.
Okay.
So we have two and a half hours. I think we can get enough there. But yeah, let's start with what we're drinking today. Sam, I picked this one.
I was like, you did pick this one.
This is gluten free, made
Ew.
from nature,
What is all the other shit we've been drinking made from?
not nature.
It's unnatural.
Isn't technically, everything made from nature, even if you make it unnaturally, it's still made from nature.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like it comes from somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking appear.
Even if it's artificial, it's
Like,
technically
Windex is technically
all natural ingredients. Even if it's synthetic,
because
it's still natural.
We
It
as
exists.
beings made it.
If it exists, it's natural.
Fucking morph, whoever comes. So everything is organic.
Hey, by that logic, supernatural would mean it's just like extraordinary.
Wouldn't that be extra natural?
No, it's just like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So not.
That's why
supernatural.
whenever somebody says
From
extraordinary,
Bivouac Cider Works.
super normal.
Let's go to. Let's check their annoying loop video that's been playing for 5 minutes. Bivouac Cider Works. This is called Cat's Paw Pumpkin Spice Cider. So I'm a little worried. I saw it because it was really the only pumpkin spice thing we had, and you guys can let me.
Yeah,
let
put
me
it.
throw it back.
Have your arm cut off into my thing.
Let me go here. Boom.
Can you cut to the beer cam? There we go. Yes. Look at that. Can you flip the text? Because it says Quavib.
Well, then it's gonna flip
I'm
us.
just kidding.
Then it's gonna flip us.
And then the beard me that thing in the back will be
all
rib.
flip. Actually, no, that's separate. That's separate.
Drib.
That's separate.
No.
I'm so good at
No,
this.
the layers, David.
No, they're separate layers.
We're glued to the back because this is a
Boom.
real place.
Boom. See, the layers didn't change.
OMG. What? Wow, my hair.
Bivouac.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We can read it. And now we can go back. It feels weird being on the side of the screen.
Well, now you're on it. Now I'm back.
Ah!
I guess I should change this back, right? So yeah, and this is from San Diego. I've heard of this brewery, heard of this cidery, never had anything from them. They have this cool little thing at the bottom. It says pumpkin spice for you basic witches. And then above that it has like a little like dry, semi-dry, semi-sweet, sweet, because those are the 4 things that ciders are labeled as: dry, semi-dry, semi-sweet, sweet.
Is that true?
Yes. yeah, I don't really want to read anything else. I just want to try it because it's pumpkin spice cider. What are you expecting? It's semi-sweet, so from that, what do you think?
I mean, it's a cider, so I'm expecting
Apple
non-bitter,
juice, apple juice.
apple juice-like quality to it. But I don't know, man. Every time
Every single time, a black man.
No, every time we've ever had like a pumpkin flavored anything, it's always hit or miss. I think.
Yeah, last
never get
year
the balance quite
did
right.
We did a couple different ones. The year before, we did a couple different ones, and none of them are ever what I expect.
Yeah, we've had some okay ones, but like nothing that just
Screams pumpkin.
straight up.
Yeah. I want a pumpkin pie beer.
That's what
I fucking want.
I just want liquid pumpkin pie.
How hard is that?
Apparently very.
Like, I've had beer, like key lime pie beer, that I can taste the crust. Where the... I'm done. I'm expecting
get it out of the way.
to taste like pumpkin spice. So, but I'm also maybe like if I was eating a what's that thing from McDonald's? Their apple pie with like a slice of pumpkin pie. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not gonna get that, obviously, because that would be too.
I can already tell from the smell. It smells.
Oh. Ugh.
Oh. I don't even know if I want to drink this.
Great start. What is the aftertaste? What am I tasting? It's like almost medicinal. The start isn't bad. It's not like too sugary. I don't really get pumpkin spice, and then it gets almost like perfume or
what?
No. It tastes like rubber to me.
It tastes. You know what? Because
really.
I feel like the end bit tastes kind of pie-esque to me, but the front part, it's like two different kind of apple, like appley.
It's like the cinnamon apple flavor filling.
You know what it tastes like?
I don't taste pumpkin spice.
The first part tastes like baby food to me.
Yeah, okay, I see that. Yeah.
A little bit, like the Gerbery kind of. Yeah.
But the ending's really,
because I've had that recently,
hurting me.
Is it really?
Hey, look, the
Bivouac. Bivouac. Bivouac.
All right, sample that.
Bivouac.
We're gonna make a beat.
Bivouac. 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 Bivouac.
Wait, I can do this.
Bivouac.
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 It's my jam.
Bivouac.
All right. So there's this mixed berry cider. Obviously never had it, but cool. It has blackberry, blueberry, blackcurrant. All amazing berries. Then we're having this one. Peach Spritz.
What is that?
I don't know what bikini twist.
Bimini cricket.
Bikini.
No, that says bimini.
I
feel like I'm having a stroke.
More blueberry.
Yes.
I hate lavender. Pongro and sage.
I think it says pomegranate.
Pomegranate and sage. Ooh, might be a. So Sam's obviously chugging this because he wants the next beer.
Am I?
Because
am I really chugging this?
This is not good to me.
It's not the worst thing I've ever had.
I almost always try to be nice and say something good, or say, that's interesting. That's not bad. It's not good, but I'm saying I don't like this.
I might not drink this again. I'm probably not going to drink this again.
I have two more, and I don't know what I might bring them to someone I don't like. I think that's the plan, actually. So if you're watching this, you know who's gonna get them.
Really?
Hey Sam, do you want some cider?
You already gave me a cider.
Y'all
already gave me a cider.
Y'all. All right, we're gonna start. What do we want? We got Sam and I will be doing each of our owns. Right now we got horror movie villains tier list and horror film franchises tier list. Where would you like to start?
I feel like the franchises one is the bulkier one.
So we should do that last.
Yes.
Cool.
I feel like because we could probably breeze, not breeze through the villains, but
How do I get rid of this?
Make a decent
fucking
time.
ad?
Febres, air freshener, spray.
All right. So
Adios, oleros, hola
so
frescura.
this is mine. And this is Sam's.
Toma un descanso y sigu funcionando. So that's my Timex ad says on
I
on that
might
one.
just crop this because I don't want to give this company any of my time.
X.
So check this out. Boom,
Boom.
boom. How easy is this? Look at that. We're doing this. on the fly.
OMG.
We're doing
It's like we're like half widescreen format.
boom.
Whoa, look at how clean that looks.
Damn.
David,
Jesus Christ.
David. You've really outdone yourself.
It's almost like I've done this, like in a professional sense. All right.
All right.
So we have our
I'm seeing
villain tier list. Now, that's Bozo, right?
that's the Terrifier
Is
person,
that the
yes.
Bagabook? Badabook?
It's the Bada Bing, Bada Book,
That's
Babadook,
the devil from The Witch.
Vivivivich,
Candyman?
Candyman.
Carrie?
Yeah,
Chucky?
yes.
Swamp?
It's Creature. It's
Creature
he's
from the
he's
Black
called what is he called?
Swamp Thing?
No, that's a different
Because
thing.
that's Swamp Thing, right? No, that's the werewolf.
That's the Creeper
Oh, okay.
from Jeepers Creepers.
So what's this? The
He's the
creature from the
Gillman.
Black Lagoon?
He's the Gillman
Okay.
from Creature from the Black
We
Lagoon.
said Creeper
This
from Jeepers
is-
Creepers.
Yes.
Cujo.
Cujo.
Damien.
Damian.
Dr. Evil.
Mike
Don't get
Myers.
Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein's Monsters. Freddy Krueger.
Robert Englund.
Did-
Several people.
Yeah, several people, but really, he's a real thing.
Mm.
Mr. Hannibal Lecter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Reanimator.
Reanimator.
It's Jeffrey
Cool.
Coombs.
The Invisible Man, not Kevin Bacon.
OG.
I forget
Jack
his name.
Torrance
Jack
from
Torrance,
The
sure.
Shining.
This is Mr.
Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees.
Would you like to play a game, gentlemen? Would you like to play a game?
It's the getting jiggy with it, man.
The doll. What is his name?
Hmm?
What's his name?
Tobin Bell
Jesus Christ.
is the actor's name.
Is that
It's
the
Jigsaw.
this is the girl
The-
from The Ring?
I think that's the Grudge girl, actually.
Okay, so it's the Grudge. There's the Ring.
Kayako. Yeah, that's
Grudge.
well. That's interesting.
The Ring.
Is that the American? I can't tell. Leatherface.
Leatherface.
Leatherback. Leather.
The Leprechaun.
Leprechaun man.
Michael Myers.
Not to be confused with Doctor Evil.
Because apparently they look very similar.
Well, it's Mike Myers.
or William Shatner.
Oh, twofer.
What's his fuck? This
Anthony
is,
Perkins.
That is what
Who,
is that? His
that's
name?
the actor's name, but
What's
he's the
his
psycho.
name?
He's the psycho man.
Yeah, but what's his name?
It
Bates
is
Motel.
Norman Bates. Norman Batesman.
Nosferatu.
Actually, he's got a specific name. It's like
Nosferatu.
Something,
Count fucking Nosferatu.
No, it's something weird.
Is this also from The Psycho?
That's Jason's mom,
Oh.
Mrs. Voorhees.
Fuck this bitch.
That's Jason Patrick Bateman.
This is not.
It is Patrick.
I
Patrick
know, but
Bateman.
it's Christian Bale. You fucking you tootsie roll. I don't know if I consider this a horror movie. But
It's kind of like a
it's
psychological
suspense
fantasy.
Yeah. This bitch.
It's Reagan
Yeah.
from The Exorcist.
Exorcist.
And then it's just a funny
It,
man.
It. It is it.
Yes.
Hellraiser, and you have to pronounce it like that.
It's bobblehead.
Hell. Pinhead.
Pinhead, yes. It's
the-
a Yautja.
Again, right here. You are not wrong.
I'm not wrong. But people are like, what the
You're
fuck did he
actually
just say?
100% correct.
You're like, why are you saying some nerdy ass shit over here?
Did you watch the new one?
It was okay. I didn't mind it.
I I I was like, the only thing I'm watching now are for the sick costumes. Like, there's no, I could care less about the story. I don't know if Predator should be here.
I mean,
It's
he's more of a
sci-fi,
sci-fi action.
But a lot.
I mean, he does skin people.
If he's fucking in here, where's the fucking alien?
I see it right there.
Oh, there it is.
Right
The
next to the
xenomorph.
turkey from
The xen-
Thanksgiving.
Okay. This
This
person
is-
has a name.
This is the Ringu.
There we go. And we were
Actually,
both wondering
Samara.
why there's two
Sam
Sams.
Haines.
I'm
I think
thinking
that's
one's
just a
nice,
mistake.
and then one's the killer
But
one.
Sam, he's just Sam.
Oh, this is the guy from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that is one big pile of shit. No, he's the flyman.
The Fly.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name, Sam?
In the movie,
Yeah,
I forget.
that's fine. So we have this turkey. I thought it was a real cheesy, like, dinosaur movie that I didn't know. But that's a turkey from...
It's a killer turkey.
Wow. Where's Jack Frost, then? From the critically acclaimed horror movie, Jack Frost.
What critics are claiming about Jack Frost? Okay, all right, yeah. No, you're not wrong.
We're broadcasting.
I'm criticizing
we're
it,
fucking live.
and I'm claiming
Yeah.
it's garbage.
It is garbage.
then
But
the
watching
xenomorph.
him fucking freeze a pool while there's someone swimming in it is fucking sick. And what did you fucking...
It's a xenomorph with an X.
Xenomorph.
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 Mm.
Like Princess Xena.
The sequel.
That you're thinking
I know.
of
Xenon
Xenon, girl of the 21st
from
century.
Gundam.
All right, Sam. So let's just put some ground rules right here.
Okay.
The top tier list. All right?
Okay.
Not top tier list.
The second tier.
The A but not bad. I'm going to say this is
I'm thinking.
cool but not cool enough.
I'm thinking everything above B.
Is
A
cool.
B and above is generally favorable opinion.
I'm going to say C is average.
C
Middle
is like
road.
gets it done.
I'm going to say B and C for me
Serviceable.
are going to be average.
Yeah. D and F.
D are the ones I hate and know. F are the ones I don't know.
Oh. You're gonna okay. All right. So
That-
in this
yeah,
tier list,
D
D
is the worst.
Okay, D I'm gonna reserve for stuff that's I deem unwatchable.
Okay, but F, can we say
FF we'll just say unknown.
don't know.
Don't know shit. Dicks. DKS. Don't know shit.
Bam.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Well, you know what? I like that. We didn't give out any like straight up failures.
I'm saying D
Just
is
not
gonna
passing.
be my failures, but
So really, if we just scooted everything down, make double S just S.
all right. Where do you want this?
I'm familiar with those movies. I've never watched them.
I don't know.
I
where
know the
this is
sequel
from.
just came
I
out.
don't know where this is from.
I don't know what the villain's actual name is, but I know the movies. They're the Terrifier movies,
Okay.
and apparently, at least the newest one is pretty grotesque. But don't know.
Okay. And
It's
that's
cool
easy.
makeup though.
I have not seen this movie, so it's gonna go in the don't know.
Don't know. Okay, so I've seen the movie.
Oh.
Why? So this is your list on my side.
This is your list, Sam.
Okay. Well,
This is
you're
my list.
you're saying your opinion and then putting it.
I know, but you said don't know, so I
No,
then-
for the Terrifier, I don't.
I
know.
know, but then I said I haven't seen this movie,
And then you put it
and then
on
you
my
said
list.
don't know. I'm like, okay. I'm
Oh
gonna
no, I
put
was
it-
saying for yeah, all right. I was agreeing with you. Now, Babadook, I'd probably put in C.
this is the
It's
it's
a
an off of. No, right? It's not. I'm thinking the
You're thinking of the Conjuring stuff.
yeah.
It's not. No, the Babadook is actually like foreign movie. I think it's like
Yeah, it's
like
Russian.
European or something.
Russian.
Right?
It's from the critically acclaimed John Wick series.
I think the
boogeyman.
the boogeyman is good in that
fucking
movie,
guy
but
you
he's
sent
not
after to
necessarily
kill
the
boogeyman.
yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, I like his design, so he's serviceable.
I just don't know.
That's
All right,
fine.
your list, Sam.
The
Where do you want
Vivitch.
the devil from the Vish?
He's pretty horrifying. Like,
One, you've seen this movie
not recently. I'm trying to remember
saw it
bits and pieces.
like a couple weeks ago. I saw it this month
Like,
for the first time ever.
but we don't. I don't remember. Do we see him do anything?
At the end, he turns into what I say Jack Sparrow, but all black, and makes her sign her soul away onto parchment paper, and she gets naked, and you get to see her ass.
Well, where would you put this one?
Well, I'm strictly going off of this. I thought the goat. I forget what they call him, black something. I thought it like great. This is awesome. You know, this is. When's the last time have we seen the devil be what people thought he was? Like half man with goat legs.
Oh, like
Or-
satyr
yeah,
look.
Yeah. So I liked it, and then I thought the character was very cool, and the character and the devil did all this to get her. That's kind of how I felt. They're like, we're gonna just fucking ruin this family, but we really just want her. So I'm gonna put this in B for now.
B for now.
B for now. Because looking at the camera on the goat faces, it's sometimes really unsettling. Not scary, but just like, how the fuck did they get this goat to just chill?
well, that's a good point. You know, it's not.
It's not.
I
Amazing.
remember that movie and liking it, but it's been some time since I've seen it, so it's not super fresh in my mind. So I guess I'll probably just put it in C for right now.
Okay. Do you want it behind or in front?
I'll
Wick.
probably put it in front of. Yeah, just put him in front of John Wick.
Or I guess the guy that you send John Wick.
Yeah,
to,
I mean, if I have any recollections of it while we're doing this, maybe I might change my mind. But
So
we'll see.
the next one is Candyman, and the only reason I know that this is the Candyman, and it's not because, you know, he's famous, but because I can't think of another black villain in a horror movie
Is that true?
on this list. No. Who else
Oh,
is
on
black?
this list,
Who else is black on here?
Michael
No.
Myers.
Michael Myers.
No, he's not.
So, but I've only seen the remake of it. I haven't seen this movie. So
Oh,
mine's-
the newest
yeah,
one.
and I didn't like it. So I'm gonna put in don't know. I haven't seen this one, but I know of Candyman. I don't get the bees.
The bees.
Yeah, but-
well, if you've only seen the newest one,
No.
he's more because that's a different version of
It-
Candyman.
I think actually he's like supposed to be his relative or something.
he's
Yeah.
so in
it's
that
not a
one.
remake. It's a sequel.
He's like the baby that this Candyman imprints on in
Yeah.
like the original one. But the
I've
bees
never
make sense
seen it.
for this Candyman because that's tied to his origin. But
I haven't seen this.
I'll give him. I mean, because I like Tony Todd. He's really good, especially like between that and the Final Destination stuff. I'll say I don't know. He's kind of like oogity boogity for my taste to really be scary. He's
Okay.
kind of like camp scary, I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I would probably say, but he's good. So I'll put him in. I'll put him in B tier.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. Carrie.
She's not scary. She's just tortured. She's a very.
I would put this under not horror and supernatural powers. She's basically Jean Grey. She's a mutant.
Yeah, basically. If
It's. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
more or
actually
less.
more realistic than X-Men.
she's-
Jean Grey would do this.
she's Jean Grey,
She'd fucking freak out
if the other X-Men didn't exist.
yeah, if they got to her.
If she
too
was
late.
the only mutant in the world, that's what that movie was.
That being said, we have an iconic blood scene that will be known to every horror, or woman out there.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's fucked.
Um.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That is
realistic.
pretty iconic, too,
because it's
so.
like people are like that.
Yeah. Can't beat that blood spilling scene
Yeah.
too.
What
And
are
she
you
looks
gonna-
mortified
Yeah.
when that happens.
I didn't see the remake, so I can't say anything about Miss Chloe. Whatever.
No, the
Her-
original
her.
one's probably the best version. Or did you see the sequel to
No.
to the remake?
No, I did not.
Or the remake with the Kick-Ass?
After Chloe? Yeah, Chloe.
No, there's one before
Mortiz?
that.
Oh.
There was another. There was an in-betweener.
Between
Remake.
before Chloe Martinez or Mortiz? Mortons?
Grace Moretz.
Moretz. Jesus Christ. Okay, where do you want to put Carrie?
She's not scary. But like what happens to her is horrifying.
Mhm.
But she's memorable, so I'll put her in. I'm gonna put her in C, but I know that does. I don't think
Wow.
that fits the movie.
That's really
But
low.
at top of C, I'll put her at top of
Okay,
C.
okay.
But it's just she's not scary.
I'm
But like
gonna-
it's a good movie
yeah.
ish.
What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put her in B,
You're gonna put her in B.
but I'm also gonna move up the goat.
Really? Actually, you
it's-
know what? I
it's
think I just need to
fucking-
rewatch The Witch.
The Witch is a great movie, and they do such a good job of like making it harsh. Like
Mhm.
we have to fucking grow corn,
Mhm.
and then I'm seeing them grow corn. I'm like, I don't know anything about growing corn, but fuck this. Back then, and then they were too religious for the fucking settlement.
Oh, because they were like, what were they? They were like Puritans or like
I mean,
Protestant or something?
hardcore
Yeah.
versions of it. They were literally calling out the priests for fucking. Like,
they weren't Quakers.
Yeah, they weren't no bitches. They fucking took their
Oh.
religion serious.
Yeah, I guess I should just rewatch it.
It's a good movie.
The last thing I seen from that director was that Lighthouse movie,
And that's a
and
good
that
movie
was
too.
that's a good movie, but
Yeah.
that's a weird movie
It's a weird
too.
movie.
But he
I-
just makes weird movies, so
Yeah.
I appreciate it. There's a place
he,
for that.
he does a good job of like getting simple little twists and tricks to work very well.
Mm.
Like the witch at the beginning killing the baby. You
Mm.
don't actually see her killing the baby. You just see
No.
her churn him into literally butter, and it's amazing. All right, probably one of the most iconic characters of all time,
Chuckles, the goodest boy,
Mr. Chucky himself.
Charles Lee Ray.
Great movie, great first movie, and that's all I have to say.
We're talking about the Mark Hamilton one,
Yes, the very first one.
the one with Aubrey Plaza,
Fucking stop,
and it's a robot doll
please stop.
with a setting not
I
flicked.
really was hoping that this Chucky would like come at the end
Oh.
and kill the robot one.
Have like a No Way Home scenario.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Like-
across the universe,
Yeah.
Chucky showdown.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, because that Aubrey Plaza one was not even bad. It was vile. it was like you spat on Chucky on his reign. Like what the who? How many people does it have to pass to be like, yeah, this is great. Let's do. All right, where do you want Chucky?
I mean, he's about as iconic as it gets, I think.
And it's a horrifying concept too.
yeah.
Of voodoo magic serial killer gets thrown into a child's toy.
hmm And the whole movie, his goal is he's like, I'm just gonna get this. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
take this boy's body.
Yeah.
One problem I've always had with the Chucky movies, I'm like, why doesn't anyone ever just kick him? Just punt
he's
him,
fighting
football
a
style.
kid first. That's
It's the body
Also-
counts in those movies are mostly adults. How
I
come
know,
none of
but
these
he's
adults are
very
kicking him?
smart. Very
But
smart.
just
He's lit.
kick him. I know he's.
I want you to
he's
kick someone
clever.
that has a knife. I want to see that.
No.
We're gonna have a challenge.
Not just someone,
a
a toddler-sized
Okay.
someone.
Okay. With the backing of voodoo magic, we're. If you're out
Is there a voodoo
if you
spell
are out
that
there,
makes you unkickable?
I mean, the way he moves in it too is pretty funny. Because there's one episode of Seinfeld where they make fun of Chucky, and it's like a fucking wooden doll. And then Jerry wakes up, and it's like Kramer has this, or there's a chicken store across the street that has this red neon light, so it's kind of red inside his room. And then he hears the little. I'm like, that's such a good, funny way of doing Chucky. All right.
I'll put Chucky at. I'll put him at S for now because and he's one of those ones. He
I will
talks and he's funny.
I will say the same thing, but
He can easily go
it
up,
can easily go
depending
up,
how
yeah.
this goes.
Yeah,
so
how we go. Creature from the Black Lagoon in what's the thing's called, Sam? what's this thing called? What's
He's
his
called
name?
the Gill Man.
The Gill Man because
Yeah.
he has gills on his face.
All right. I just got to say, I have a soft spot for this movie.
Because it's terrible.
I mean, yes. But it's just like, this is, okay.
I was there, man. I was there.
I was shown this movie at like the perfect time because I have like a weird fascination
Would
with
you
like
say
water
this,
and
this
like
movie imprinted on you?
no, but like Twilight style. Jacob. No,
Pedophile.
technically,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not wrong.
The movie's very basic because it being a product of old time Hollywood is just like stories that need to be as complex. But I like the idea of like a swamp fishy man that just like terrorizes people and stuff. Also, he's like a fossil because he's like that's the whole thing for that movie is like they find like a bony fish man hand and like let's go see if we can find a full skeleton, and then there's actually just a live one there. So but he does move at a snail's pace, and he has this really dopey expression. And he's just like,
Well, he's a fish out of water, right?
he's literally a fish out of water.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's dying.
But if that's one of the ones like I know the Dark Universe never took off for Universal after the
It won't ever.
several
Several
false starts.
failures.
Yeah, between the
Failures.
Mummy and the Draculas and the
Dracula's
Untold.
like I wanted to see like a modern version of
A
him.
story you've heard over and over again.
I'm
But
gonna.
now it's untold.
He's not scary, but I guess like in a pre-Jaws era, he kind of gets a little bit of that same. Oh, I'm scared of water. I don't know what's in the water kind of thing.
Okay.
I'll put him at a probably like a B tier. He kind of has a little bit of a King Kong thing going on too, where
Kong's not
he's
on
like
this list
he's
either,
like
yeah.
I kind of have a love interest, but it's like this weird interspecies. It's the Shape of
I
Water
was about to say, you
before
mean
the
The
Shape of Water. Yeah,
So that's where Guillermo got this.
yeah,
idea.
because clearly I'm gonna put him above Candyman though.
Okay, above Candyman, right when I fucking dropped them off.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
waiting for you to do it.
All right, I've never seen it.
That's fair. It's old.
Yeah. All right, The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. I have not seen this movie in I would say more than a decade.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember it. All I remember is the school bus. It feels like
And
it's
then
not even a horror movie.
everyone's-
This feels like more action too.
The first one's more of a horror. Like, all right, barring real life controversy, because the director is a bad guy.
Who was the director?
He's like
An actual pedophile?
a noted convicted pedophile type person. Just like
Damn.
bad news. So like if I could separate that, like that first movie was like I thought that was great up until a point when they get to like their police station stuff, and then I feel like it kind of falls apart a little bit. But like it was very suspenseful.
See, I don't
The
even
atmosphere
fucking
was really
remember
good.
Anything he's saying.
And Justin Long totally sells like the dread in that movie.
Justin Long is a great actor
Yeah.
too.
And like they kind of like before they like ruin it in the sequels, like they kind of have like this air of mystery about him. Like, oh, how old is he? What is he? Like, is he like a fallen angel, like a gargoyle kind of thing, or what? And I just thought he was pretty cool, at least in that first movie. The second movie was good. Third, it's
There's a
everything
third
after.
movie?
There's four
Jesus
movies now. There's a fourth one that just came out.
Fucking straight to fucking sci-fi.
But because I like that first movie, but I don't want to give that guy any credit. So
Okay, so we're gonna go right there.
I'm gonna put him at D. But if I were to separate it, I would say he's at least like
But Sam's being a good
Candyman
person,
level.
and
But,
what you should.
yeah.
If you are a piece of shit, you should be canceled.
what's the dude's name? It's like Victor or something.
Also, don't fucking be a pedophile. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
it's if you get like, I'm not gonna go into it here, but if you're interested, like, there's a lot of stuff on it online, and it's
we're
disgusting.
not going into Cujo.
Kajo.
One of the more interesting takes on animals
Mm-hmm.
and rabies.
I'm not gonna lie, a boring movie.
A very boring movie.
It's like, oh, we're stuck in a car
yeah.
for like a long
Doesn't
time.
it get hot in there too?
yeah, that's part of the thing, and like the
Yeah.
kid's like suffocating. Or,
Like, what if this? Yeah, it's not a horror movie.
big threatening dog though. That's scary.
Yeah, I think it's more of a a sad movie. Because,
It is sad.
because he gets rabies.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's preventable,
Yeah.
people.
And I don't know what they did with like the perspective in that movie, but they made him look enormous in certain
Well,
scenes. He's
they
like the
had
size
to.
of a tiger.
They fucking had to.
Yeah.
They had no choice. There was,
I'm like those dogs don't
'Cause
get
the-
that big in real life.
'cause
That thing's like
what-
the size of the car
what
in certain
Chucky
shots.
didn't do.
It's
Cujo
crazy.
did. But yeah, I'm gonna probably go D. Just not.
Like,
I love dogs, and I think I'm more like,
because Cujo's a good boy.
yeah,
He doesn't deserve this.
He doesn't
So I'm going to put him in
deserve-
D also.
yeah. Like,
And the movie's boring.
take him to the fucking vet.
1 year weaker entries,
Like,
Mr. King.
why can't you just take him to the vet? All right, Damien from the Omen.
It's all for you. Have you ever seen those?
Didn't they do like 6 remakes of this?
They've
Or
done one
thir-
remake.
One remake and like 15 sequels, right?
All I remember is it's like there's like a dude that gets impaled at a church by like a thing that falls off the roof.
Are you talking about Hot Fuzz?
You know what? I won't deny that what's his face probably saw that and like, yeah, we're just gonna have James Bond like impale. Yeah, no, not even James Bond. There was that other thing where the thing fell on the guy, right? That's right. Yeah, well, somebody clearly saw the Omen, so. I don't know. Like, I've only seen the first one.
Same.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the sequels, even the one where it's like Dr. Grant himself is adult Damien.
Yeah, and he's like a governor,
something weird.
or
Yeah,
a president.
I'm like, do you remember Damien doing anything evil? It's usually people doing stuff
well, isn't that
for
the
his
point?
sake,
Like, then
and,
you
or
find
weird
out,
stuff
like,
happening around
like
him.
around him, we're protecting them because they're all cultists or
Yeah,
Satanists.
but the kid himself
I thought he
doesn't
pushed
do
the-
anything, does he? I can't remember.
His tricycle.
Are you getting confused with Jigsaw?
No, his tricycle.
Or-
he like
or the
knocks
kid from The
someone on a
Shining?
chair.
Yeah.
That might be a sequel though. That's what I remember. And then the person falls off like the second floor balcony onto the floor. With
That
his
might be
cycle-
true.
his
I don't
tricycle.
remember it. I haven't seen this recently.
But you know what? It doesn't matter because it's a terrible fucking. I'm gonna say what to this, the same thing that Sam just said to Chucky. Kick the fucking kid in the face.
I mean, if you know he's
Do you
evil,
want me? I can
if he is irredeemably evil, kick the child.
quoted from a brave man in a show. I don't kill kids unless they're dicks. It's just not overall a pretty poor
Yeah, I'll put him-
movie and character.
I'll put him in D also.
Where?
Well, Cujo's a good boy. Damien
you-
doesn't even look like
You're right.
he's up to any good. But like, I just don't remember him
I mean, this
doing
guy.
anything.
This guy's a bitch.
Yeah.
This is yeah. I'm just saying. All right.
I'm gonna call up the adult actor, and you can say that to his
Oh my
face.
god, can we call him right now?
I've grown.
Does he have like a fucking
Does he look
what's
like
it
a
called?
bitch?
What's it called? The
The cameo thing.
yeah, we can
Get him
call
on
on here, and
cameo.
I'm just like, hey, I just want to call you. I
Or
paid,
should be like, hey,
I
can
paid
you read this?
$50. You're a bitch.
Can you read this out loud? And it just says,
I am
"I'm
a
a bitch."
Thanks. Bye. I don't know why Dr. Evil's here. Sam said to edit him out, but I chose to leave him in here for one reason. Boom.
All right.
Michael, I guess Mike
Well, I guess
Myers.
it depends.
Mike Myers doing 3-4 characters in a movie.
That's more credit to the actor than the character.
Yeah, but Dr. Evil's fucking funny.
But this is the horror movie
It says
tier list, right?
horror movie villains.
He's not. Austin Powers is not even remotely a horror
Okay,
movie.
I'll put him right here.
I'm gonna put him at
I mean, Austin Powers is a
a
horror
Jeepers.
movie.
The Creeper is gonna be the lowest, just
So you're gonna
just off of
remove-
that. Yeah. So like, I can't put him lower than that. But
I'm
just
putting
on
him
the
above Damien.
based on the fact that he is not in a horror movie, he just doesn't fit in this list. But if this was any other list, significantly higher.
The OG Dracula. So just as a heads up, a lot of these are the first characters. So
So we're not looking at like the modern Dracula with the iPad
or the
or or the Invisible Man with the
God.
fisheye suit. Or
the bronze vampire, or there was a Netflix one about Dracula where he like travels in times, and I think he's like in a prison, and then he gets a lawyer and he gets himself out.
or we're not talking about Gerard Butler Dracula,
Or Dracula 2000, is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? Or what's actually
or the
Judas.
yeah. Oh yeah, Gary Oldman Dracula,
Yeah, bronze, yeah.
where he's like a werewolf and stuff,
Oh my god. Okay.
or he's just
So,
a big clump of rats at one point.
So that being said, David is a fan of vampires when they're done in either certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, not like Gary Oldman where he's like fucking so flamboyant and so like out there and
horny.
how does he fucking get like that girl? I don't understand that at all. Isn't she married? Like she's in love with this other guy, and at the end she's like, "Oh no, I love him. Now he's dead."
And I'm gonna
Fuck
cut your head
you.
off.
Yeah, fuck you. Also, Helsing's Dracula, which I think is a lot like this, but kind of Gary Oldman's kind of Dracula, where he's like, just outspoken a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like the cool Dracula.
But not like the Christopher Lee Dracula,
No.
the Hammer Dracula,
No.
the one where it's all super horny.
Yeah.
And,
So I'm gonna put him right in C because I don't think he's in Carrie's. I think I'm more like, how did this character do in the movie?
Mhm.
And it just was.
I think, controversial opinion, that movie's boring.
Yeah.
But it is a product of its time when every movie was boring. And we didn't
for
have
that time,
special effects.
It was a good movie.
Yeah. Also, side note, apparently the Spanish version, which was like same crew but all Spanish actors filmed at the same time as this one, is actually also really good.
That's cool.
Probably even better.
Way cheaper too.
Yeah,
You just have
they
them
just use
sitting
all the
there,
sets
yeah.
in the script, but it's just different language and stuff.
I'm a fan of old movies because they have to do a lot more work via lighting,
Yeah.
via sets to make things really work. Like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, as old as it is, if you watch it, you're like, wow, Tim Burton fucking rips off this guy
Hard.
all the fucking time.
Yeah. You make good points, man.
But it's a good Dr. Caligari is a good movie for no sound.
Visuals alone, man. But this one, so it's a boring movie, but Bela Lugosi is always great and stuff. And I think, just on the basis that I feel like, just we would not have the modern vampire or the modern idea portrayal of what a vampire would be if we didn't have this guy. So I feel like
It's almost,
historically he's owed a lot.
You can't even think of where we would
Yeah,
have
he's
vampires.
like, you think of vampire, this is probably one of the first things that pops into your mind.
yeah.
So I feel like in terms of just iconicness, he deserves to be higher. But that movie's boring as fuck.
So Sam's putting it in C.
I'm gonna put him in A,
Wow.
just because it's a good portrayal, and it's just like everyone that's like on side people
Yeah.
know what that is. So, and yeah, there is some quotable stuff in there.
Okay.
The
okay.
children of the night.
Okay. Frankenstein's monster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, iconic. Yes. Did you like the movie?
More so than Dracula.
I would say, yeah, because they did a lot more too. I feel like the sets were fucking
Yeah.
huge.
Mm-hmm.
It was shot on site at some point. But as a character, that first scene with the little girl is pretty sad because he does not know better, and I relate to that. So he's going in A for me.
Yeah, because that's the cool thing with him too. Because like I feel like a lot of good villains, they have like an element of tragedy in them, where it's like
I'm gonna put him
misunderstanding and stuff.
Above the devil.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like a really like
yeah.
it really like fuck. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
that's like, and he's kind of got like this weird existential thing going on, where it's like I didn't ask to be here.
Yeah.
I just am. And you guys want to kill me.
And who knows how he feels having one
internally.
brain, but like this
Yeah.
person's arm and like.
And that's without getting into all the sequels and stuff, where it's like just
I did like
batshit.
Van Helsing's fucking Frankenstein monster connected to Dracula.
Where he's like that
I love-
booming theater portrayal. Oh, why?
Father.
But yeah, and then Boris Karloff, just as iconic as Bill Lugosi. I think, because he's got, it's that tragedy bit that I think sets
It's
him
super
just a little bit above.
because you feel bad.
Yeah.
He's not even a villain.
Yeah, and this is also, it's a classic Universal movie, so it's like also that period where it's just like movies are boring, but it's just there's just a little bit more in there to kind of help boost that, even with the character just on their own. I think I would put him in A also, above Dracula
Yeah.
though.
Okay. Now we're hitting icons.
All right, here we go.
We're,
This is
we're
like,
getting,
yeah,
the next three
like legit.
are legit. Might be S's, double S's. We'll see. Freddy Krueger. Horrifying movie as a child. Also, like, how simple is this weapon?
It's very recognizable.
Yeah, like
Bladed
sweater.
glove. Yeah,
He made fedoras cool for a hot second,
for a moment
and then they were back to being dumb.
before the incels took them back.
And now they're kind of coming back because now it's Halloween. Freddy Krueger. Iconic to me, for sure. Brilliant actor. And they've tried to redo it. They've tried it again and again, and it will never be. They'll never be able to do it again.
Interesting. So you think Chucky
I
has more staying power?
am more scared of Chucky as a child than.
But Freddy, he gets you in your sleep, man. Everybody sleeps.
Sam.
It's like
I
Samuel
lucid
Jackson with
dream
everybody
on
poops.
command. Freddy.
This is my world, bitch.
Come.
Okay.
And you know, even though Sam and I have watched these movies are what? There's only one movie that came out while we were alive.
No, that's not true. There's been.
There's The Witch.
Oh, you mean everything listed so far?
Like, we weren't alive when Chucky or Nightmare on Elm Street came out. That was 80s.
The originals.
Yeah.
They've had sequels come out.
I know,
since
but
we've
I'm
been around,
like,
but
I'm
not,
saying,
yeah.
we weren't teens or young adults watching these in the drive-in or in the movie theater.
Well,
we were.
If we want to be factual, then I would say The Creeper,
Jeepers,
Doctor Evil,
and the
Babadook,
Devil. Oh,
The
Babadook,
Witch.
yeah. That's about it. I can't.
I think Candyman's 80s.
Yeah,
I don't think
Candyman's
he's-
80s,
yeah.
Carrie's 80s. Cujo might be.
Cujo's definitely 80s. Early 80s? He might be late 70s
89?
even,
Oh, really? Okay.
I think.
Anyways, where do you want to put Mr. Krueger?
So, I think in the sequels, his character, they like kind of expand his character, so he's kind of a little bit more hammy. Because that's when you get like the funny.
They were just trying to fill in for the story.
I know they were giving him, they were like fleshing out his backstory,
didn't
but they
need
gave
to.
him more like quippy and stuff, like in a almost like a Marvel-y kind of
Okay,
way.
okay.
But in that first one, like he had the jokes, but he kind of had like this threatening air still, because
Yeah.
it was like he's just like this
Psycho.
creature that follows you around.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty scary, and like I don't know, I have awful sleeping habits in my personal life, so I was like, if this was a real thing,
Because of
this would be bad
personal
news for
issues.
me. Yeah.
It's okay, we're here for you.
That's fine. I don't need nobody. I think
You need Freddy.
so. Him and Jokey, him and Chucky also
Chucky.
kind of like occupy the weird same kind of jokey space a little bit, where it's
Yeah.
like they like to play with their food.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, See, I think Freddy's scarier,
Okay. So
just because I can't kick Freddy and he can
mean,
fly
could.
fly away with
and
a kick.
if you know it's not real, you could.
But he's got more. I know Chucky's got like the voodoo stuff, but like Freddy's more supernatural. So like I feel like there's less you could do. And like
You're
the way they
comparing Freddy to Chucky because he's more supernatural, but Chucky is basically voodoo magic.
but
Okay.
like he's like a thing you
Okay.
can touch. Freddy's not unless you pull him out of your dreams, which fuck that. I'd be like, I'll just kill myself. I don't want to. I don't want to even try. I'm like, I'm gonna do it in like a painless way for myself. I don't even want to. I don't know how they manage that. And then it did it's implied it doesn't work at the end of the movie anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think top of S for me.
Okay. Controversial opinion. I hate these movies. I don't get them. I have a fucking robe for a costume. There's no way this fucker can walk around all fucking ninja-like killing people with this fucking robe and a mask on.
I would argue
Bullshit.
he's not ninja-like because he's a fucking klutz. You ever see him in his movies?
Are you talking about the Scary Movie?
No, I'm talking his own franchise. He's always tripping and falling, and he's like.
I'm gonna go right here. I have nothing else to say.
And it's like he's not even really his own character because he's more like a mantle that gets passed around.
Well-
it's like a bunch of people have been.
I mean,
The
you can
Screen
say that
Killer.
about this, and you can technically say that about Freddy Krueger.
I mean, not really. Freddy's
yeah.
just Freddy.
He didn't Freddy. I mean, you can't say the remake.
The only
was
one
Freddy.
you can, I think you could probably argue that I could see just real quick, like, is probably Jason, because there was one where it was like a fake Jason, but
This guy.
but that's like apprentices.
This guy.
Jigsaw would probably be the closest thing.
This guy.
But the Scream, and then definitely as the sequels come along, it's like those movies get way up their own ass in
They're
terms of like we're
bad.
so meta.
They're bad.
But the first movie, at the time, the commentary it kind of made about the genre as a
that
whole
came out
was
when we were
interesting.
born.
Hmm?
That came out when we were born in the 90s, right?
I mean, like not the year we were born,
But like in the
We
90s.
were we were well into having been
96,
born.
97?
It's like late 90s, mid to late 90s.
Where do you want to put this?
Um,
Obviously, I don't know because you don't know what you're talking about.
the movie's better than the character.
That's not a good thing.
It's not.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I think
Good
he's
boy.
kind of a lackluster character.
yeah.
But I'll put him you know what? I'll put him at bottom of C.
I want to put him here to see how it looks. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that.
I mean, they pair nicely, but
Yeah,
I
they
want it
do.
the other way.
Aw. All right.
It looks like he's gonna stab the Babadook, and he's scared.
Or he
He's
already
like,
no, he already did. Not a horror movie. Hannibal Lecter, not a horror movie to me. It is a crime thriller, very suspenseful.
you mean Silence of the Lambs, right?
Yeah.
Because Hannibal.
Well,
is the
Hannibal
second.
Lecter, the character,
Yeah.
is to me not a horror character. Great movie though. Great crime movie. Great. You know, we have a lot of memes because of it.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of quotes that we can go back to. I'm not sure that face over like the person's face over his face actually would ever fucking work in any fucking real life situation, because you'd be like, why are you bleeding all in one perfect circle around your face? Why are your eyes 1 inch further into your head? But I'm going to give him where credit is credit due. All right? He's going to go right here. And I'm going to bump him up.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Again, to me, not a horror character.
I think he's a great character. Like, and he's in
I
a,
think it's more crime.
and like in terms of like franchise, I feel like those movies are. I mean, aside from the bump in the road that was Hannibal, the middle one, I think like that.
Have you seen the series?
The series is great.
Isabel likes it a lot.
No, yeah, and then but that's a different portrayal with Mads and everything.
Who you
Who
love.
kills? He's my fave.
And
he's
and
funny.
Isabel loves him too.
He's cool.
But he also did a fucking piss poor job in that new fucking Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
I don't know if that's entirely his
That
fault.
movie was ass.
It was. It was
Ass.
really bad. But for this Hannibal, great character, comes from a great set of movies. I think it's like the idea of what he's done and what he's capable of doing is scary and horrifying, but like I mean he is scary, especially like in the movies, like when they're having like his prison chats, and he's like through the glass talking to Clarice and stuff, and like just the way he like holds eye contact and stuff, it's like a little unnerving is the word I would want to probably say, but he's not scary.
I agree with you on all these things, which makes me my point. It's a crime thriller and not a horror movie.
But he's iconic.
He is iconic. That's why he's in C and on D.
I'll put him. I'm gonna put him in. It's okay. I feel like I pigeonholed myself a little bit because I feel like he should be at the top of C, but it's weird seeing like the creature like above him.
But no one would judge you. I won't. I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna put him at top of C.
Okay.
Real quick. He does have character, like actual.
Real quick. Never said.
That's fair. He kind of comes across. If you've ever seen these movies, they're like a hodgepodge mess of just like gore and like comedy, kind of. And he's just like the inquisitive, pushing the envelope. He's like, well, I just want to reanimate dead stuff, kind of dude. It's not scary. He's just like a weirdo. So I'll put him. But he's more likable than some of these other dudes.
Okay.
And things. So I'm gonna put him probably behind Carrie.
Okay.
They're decent enough movies.
I think if you watch this, this would bump up to B.
I'd have to rewatch it though.
Yeah, I'm just saying that right now.
Well, then you should watch Reanimator.
No, I'm okay. All right. I have not seen this Invisible Man.
Nobody has.
I've seen. That's good. I've only seen the Kevin Bacon one, so yeah.
That's fair.
Which was not. I for some reason think of Invisible Man and Deep. What is it? Not Deep Blue Sea. Is it Deep Blue Sea with the shark? I just like
in the underwater facility.
No, just like the facility. Like
because
this was shot at the same fucking time. Yeah.
I'm gonna put him in Don't Know. I've seen that movie and like I don't think he starts as a bad guy, but he kind of just goes crazy.
But you just don't
over
know.
The course. I don't remember well enough to give an honest opinion. So, and I know it's like important, but like it's not.
All right, The Shining. I can already guess where this is gonna go for Sam because Sam's
in the garbage.
A whore for The Shining.
Why?
Actually,
controversial opinion. I like Dr. Sleep more than I like The Shining.
Wow, I thought you liked The Shining because you like Dr. Sleep.
I definitely, having seen both of them, definitely elevates.
I haven't seen Dr. Sleep. I might watch it after you leave.
It's very good.
Yeah. So where do you want this guy then? Iconic movie.
Jack Nicholson is
it's
just terrifying. Like
it's Kubrick, right?
Kubrick. Yeah, you like if like and I've read the book too, and there's definitely some differences where it's like you feel like in the book he's not like he's definitely got his demons, but it's like the reason he's evil in that is more a product of the hotel, whereas in this one it's like he comes in and he's already kind of crazy, I feel, because
he's a writer, so yeah.
Well, and it's the same as in the book where he's kind of got like this weird violent history with his family and stuff too, where it's
hey
like
Corey, how's it going?
Yo,
we're doing something you like.
But what was I saying? But yeah, and then like you don't cast Jack Nicholson to be a sane person. He just looks crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And like I don't know, he seems like more real life scary to me than any of this stuff.
Okay, because he's actually a real
and he's like a maniac with an axe running after you, and he's supposed to like in this situation he's your dad or your husband. You're like that's somebody you're supposed to trust, and he's like I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put him in double S.
You're gonna put him in double S?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he's good.
Wow. All right. I am not as big of a fan of this Shining, or I haven't seen Dr. Sleep, so I can't. But with I just don't understand how he. Never mind.
Granted, he only has literally like one
Like,
kill in that
what
movie.
possessed him to do to the house, the mansion,
The hotel.
the hotel possessed him, but
Mm.
not anyone else. Go after the kid. He has
That's
fucking powers.
that's part of it, but
That being said, yeah, no, Jack Nicholson. I think Jack Nicholson, if it was anyone else, it would not have been as successful as it was.
Corey, you could definitely weigh in, man, and
I'm
we
gonna-
will factor that.
But I will put him at the bottom of A because I just don't like the movie that much.
It's definitely like one of those slow burn kind of movies. So
Isn't it long too?
it's
It's
not
too long.
it's not
For
the
the-
longest movie ever,
but for
but
the
it
time,
feels long.
isn't it long?
It can feel
Yeah.
long. It's like it's not. You can't rewatch this movie multiple times in a day. It's like maybe one time, and then you're gonna need a break if you want to revisit it.
Mr. Jason Voorhees. Watch Dr. Sleep to find out more. That's Sam.
I
Likes that movie a
I
lot.
can't
I need to
recommend
watch
it
it.
enough. It's terrific.
And now that he's recommended it, I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, fine. You know what? You're robbing yourself.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
You robbed me.
In fact, I want to go and rewatch like the director's cut.
Why don't you watch The Witch? Because that way this thing would be
But, like,
higher.
But like I know the
All right,
thing's
Jason
good.
Voorhees, bitch.
I don't know.
I do know.
You go first. I need to
Double S.
evaluate. Really?
Double S. I love Jason Voorhees. Great backstory. You feel fucking bad for him because
Mhm.
then you're like, wow, people are just dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, unhealthy,
Mhm.
worst mother in the world. So, he's a product of his, upbringing. He had no chance to be a good person or to make an impact on the world. So he went hard left or hard right, whichever way you look at it. And Machete. Mwah. And the hockey mask. I mean, come on. What's not to like? And he just kills fucking teenagers because that's who fucking bullied him. Yes.
Especially horny teenagers.
It's like a Revenge of the Nerds, but way cooler. And I like he's the supernatural without being said it's supernatural aspect of it until you get into Jason versus Freddy, which is also that movie should just be probably like an hour long because then you just get 15 minutes of stupidness and then you get Jason and Freddy fighting. But yeah. That's my take.
Okay, I think I
love-
know what to say.
I love the violence. I love the fucking power, and he just doesn't fucking give up.
I like okay, I like in terms of like look, you can't beat him. He's like everyone knows that look.
It's fucking huge. too.
Instantly
Yeah.
recognizable. And I kind of like I've always considered Jason kind of like the blue collar supernatural
blue
killer.
collar killer.
He's the working man's killer.
working
like
man's-
he doesn't say much, but
Yeah.
he gets the job done.
Yeah. His work
brutal.
speaks
Yeah.
for himself.
Yeah, he's like an artist like
Yeah.
that. He's not. He's like he just lets
That
the work
being,
speak
I
for
mean,
him.
yeah, he's cool until he gets in the water. I get it, but every fucking villain needs something like that.
Mhm.
David,
And-
explain to me how Jason teleports. I think he has powers. No, I'm saying I think he's supernatural without being supernatural.
But he is supernatural
Yeah, but they don't really like go out and be like, yes, he's a fucking supernatural being,
until the later in the
Until-
sequels when he's
yeah.
like literally a zombie.
or in hell. But yeah,
He could just do like the Michael Myers thing and just like run when no one's looking.
no.
Yeah, it's just I think these guys just
Also, he could just fucking leap like the Hulk. You don't know him.
yeah. I mean, look at him.
Yeah,
Dude's a bruiser.
dude's a good. Yeah.
He's like that dude trains.
Also, hindsight, it's at a fucking like forest.
Yeah, we know he's a dead eye.
Yeah. It's like a forest at night. Like
Or it's Manhattan.
I would be fucking. Where am I going? I'd be like I would be confused. No matter how many times I went to camp to fuck, I'd be confused.
Is that why you go to camp? Camp fuck.
I've never been to. I haven't been to one camp in my entire life. And band camp doesn't count.
But yeah, I appreciate his work ethic. He's got a cool look. He's got one of the longest franchises with as many entries as like anything else.
And we could argue, but
And he's gone to
as
space.
many fucking sequels as we've gotten, they're not as terrible as some other
No, like,
sequels that
they're-
should have not. Like Freddy Krueger, the remake, or just even like the last sequel. Those sucked.
Yeah, and like
But Jason in Space, like, okay,
it's
real
silly.
far shot.
Yeah.
It's not that good, but cool. They just fucking like revived him and made him like an android.
Yeah.
Camp Crystal Meth.
Yeah, but like
He's been to space.
my gut says yeah, he has been to space. Mark of any good franchise. They go to space.
Sequel.
Yeah.
Space sequel.
Leprechaun did it. I'm sure Fast and Furious will do it.
I
I hope they do.
Yeah. I mean, what's his face is about to do it. What's his name? Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
SpaceX movie, whatever.
I'm gonna put him.
I don't think it's gonna be double S.
I don't think double S.
I'm
gonna put him
hoping
in S.
S.
But like,
We know who won.
I mean, like the movie says.
We know who won.
But like, the only thing holding him back is I feel like there's not
Mama
much to
and
latch
Water.
on to character wise because he's not. I think that's part of his charm is that he doesn't talk, but that also is to his detriment that he
Because
doesn't
it's
talk.
also unable. Let's say unable.
Well.
and not don't. One of Men in Black in space, isn't?
But they fight stuff from space.
Aren't they in? Yeah, don't they go in space in one? No.
I think they're on a. They fight on a rocket that's about to go to
Oh,
space. Yeah.
It rains because you're crying, baby. Shut up. Fucking.
I'm
terrible
gonna put him at the bottom of S.
Okay.
Just because he's not as chatty
You
as
know
these other
they would
Cathys.
just fucking rip
And I
apart
know
his-
he would.
Just decimate.
Chucky-
Decimate.
If we're going like no holds barred like deathmatch, like
Decimate,
Chucky's gone.
Yeah.
He's gonna like curb stomp
Yeah.
him, and just,
I feel like
he's gonna
Chucky
be
would like
bad.
try to slice his Achilles tendon, and he would,
I feel
and then Chucky would be like, ha 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 ha.
I feel like
and then he
Jason
would
would
just
just-
keep walking. He's like, I have no Achilles
I
tendon.
feel like Jason would make it more interesting. He would just pick him up, and Chucky would be swinging and chopping at him, and he would just crush him in his hands.
to a little cube
Yeah,
or something.
I think it'd be something like that. But yeah, S tier. But he's just
I am a big fan of him. So
well, I am too, but apparently
So-
not as much as you.
so we've been taking a long time doing this.
This
list.
is fine.
This is fine. If we get one done, we're fine. We can speed through the second one.
Yeah.
In fact, we're gonna speed through the second one because we don't.
A lot of those movies I don't think I've seen.
Yeah.
So
All right, so we have
Gentlemen, would you like to play a game?
Jason does not feel pain.
he does, just in a different
If
way.
you feel
Corey.
fear, you feel pain. He's scared of water.
I want to say the first Saw is forgettable because I don't remember it, and I've known I've seen it.
It's proven
I've
it's
also
forgettable.
haven't seen a lot of them.
They're bad.
I saw Spiral last year, which I thought was good. The first Saw is the best in my opinion. I like the fresh take of
Mm-hmm.
justice in society. I'm
Mhm.
a big fan of that actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like social credit score. Like put your cart back when you're done at grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you get your finger cut off.
Mhm.
Why can't we have that? Capital punishment. Again,
Mm-hmm.
smart. Hey, you're dead either way, really. But he was teaching people a lesson. Was it horror to me? Not really. It was gory,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, he's committing a crime,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't really like him as a person. He's a bitch. I have cancer. My wife. So he's gonna go. I can't. Yep, right there.
Okay.
Now I'm leaving.
Peace. I'm done.
I'm done with this.
I think those movies get super convoluted.
You want another one? You're good.
Is that a different one?
Evil.
Hell yeah, I want that one.
It's a red.
Move over,
And-
pumpkin
and-
stuff.
From the greatest horror series of all time.
Yes. Oh, actually, you want to do a little blurb about this one real quick, or
You want? Yeah.
sorry,
Here.
we're gonna put the brakes on real
Let's.
quick.
We're
for our
going.
second beer.
We're going to the lounge. follow us to the lounge.
Let's get up and walk. Oh my God, we flip sides.
All right, so I ordered every year L. Smith. You guys can see my dog.
My
BB.
dog, he's chilling in the back.
BB. Every year, L. Smith Brewing Company, which I'm going to tonight for their haunted house, does a beer called Evil Dead Red. It's a hoppy American red ale with, check this out, 6.66% ABV. I mean, come on.
And it's a cool can, and it's a tie-in to a
To the
franchise
greatest,
I love.
one of the greatest franchises, one of the greatest trilogies of all time. The first movie was so good, they basically redid the second one as the second one. And then Army of Darkness surprised us all.
Army of Doctors.
Darkness surprised us all because it was like, wait, this is Evil Dead?
Oh, that makes me sad.
Ashes
Corey.
in Fortnite, yep. So cheers to, here, I'll do it without this thing. To Evil Dead, L. Smith, Ash. That's a good beer too, I've had it.
See, now that tastes like a beer.
Well, that's because
I like that.
we just had a cider.
Yeah.
So,
This actually tastes like a thing that we should drink on here.
all right. Back to the list.
Uh.
It was best low budget movie ever.
So good. But Jigsaw. These movies are real convoluted, and it gets real dumb
It's like super
with like the plot.
complex, but
And,
in
like,
a stupid way.
I like the idea of like death traps and people having to think their way through them. But like he's a liar. He doesn't, if he were true to his ethos, I would think he would be a better villain. But like he says like, "Oh yeah, you could get out of these traps." But some of these traps, it's like you realistically
Yeah.
you couldn't.
You're gonna bleed out 8 people.
Yeah.
How do you stop them from bleeding?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like it's like if they were like truly winnable traps, like
a lot
yeah,
more people.
sure,
would
but
start-
like
30 seconds, 15 seconds.
right.
Bro, let me breathe. You
Yeah.
just kidnapped me and drugged me. I am not in the thinking like phase of my life right now.
And apparently the rumor is there's another Saw movie coming out.
Corey
He's
just said,
coming
Sam,
back.
they're making a new Saw movie with his
I'm
old
aware.
man.
Yeah, I'm like how? As unless it's a reboot. What is it like? They're gonna do flashbacks
No,
and he's gonna
supernatural.
be even
It's a
older.
he's a demon.
They should. That would freshen it up.
Yeah.
As if he was like a ghost
Ghost
or something.
with
He's a
with
ghost in
traps.
the machine.
Ghost
in
death
the traps. Yeah.
He's one of the 13th ghosts.
That could
from
be
13 Ghosts.
They should tie it in. Just do it.
And then
Because those are terrible
he's
movies.
actually Jason Voorhees'
Yeah.
father.
I wish they would do something like that. But those
Where do you
movies-
want him?
Those are not good movies.
Yeah.
They're a mess.
The
I mean,
first
like,
one
if-
I thought was a fresh take. It was
it's
cool.
the first one is the best one,
But-
it's still boring.
He takes over the doll. Hey, a la Chucky, black magic.
Oh, I was gonna say like
Ooh.
like the Boy 2, Brahms,
That's not a fucking real doll, though.
but he's a ghost doll.
Where do you want to put
He sucks. So I'm gonna put him.
straight up my ass?
He can go
Up my butt.
I'm gonna put him at the because he's not even serviceable. I don't think because he's
Whoa, Sam.
he's
you don't
supposed
wanna
to be
service
painted
him.
like a mastermind.
Yeah,
You know, having all these apprentices and stuff. But like, I think he's an idiot.
yeah.
He should have died on that gurney. Wait, he did die on that
He-
gurney
I
in
was about to
that
say,
brain
he
surgery.
definitely-
I meant in the first movie when like he's
Oh.
like in the
And he
hospital.
fakes his death.
Yeah. But
That wasn't a hospital.
You know what?
Either. It's a room.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put him above the Antichrist that is Damien,
Damien.
just
Hey,
because
we're-
I think if it was a
look.
fist fight, he could strangle him.
We
but,
have like the first 3. Like, look at these guys. They're almost the same.
yeah, but I mean, Tobin Bell's cool. The actor, he's neat. I like
Yeah.
what he does,
Yeah.
but that character is awful.
So
He did let that one guy live. Yes.
there's this.
Yeah.
This is The Grudge.
Yeah. When we get into these Japanese horror ones, I feel like it's tough because they're inescapable.
Pretty sure I've seen this. Couldn't fucking tell you anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that forgettable. The Ring is the videotape, right? The Korean one. That's
Yeah.
Korean, right?
Right. Well, no. Because The original Ring is Japanese. The
Oh.
Grudge is Japanese. They're both J horror.
Okay.
but that's the American version.
That's the American
Yeah,
version. That's
with Samara or whatever face.
And
That's
I just don't remember,
comical?
but because I have seen it, and I'll put it right there. Actually, no, I hate, yeah. As a character, he's not that good. I like just the social justice about it. Though. It's because I'm a psycho.
Like I feel like the ring, the ring
Ring is
that's
American,
in this
but it's
tier
a
list is the
Japanese
American
movie,
one,
yeah.
but yeah, that's a remake technically. But for the Grudge, when you get to the J horror stuff, I feel like it's just culturally, it's just that horror is just different because it's like in American stuff, it's like
it's not this. You can't.
it's
just
Scooby Doo style, like oh
culturally-
you know who it is, but it's
yeah.
like those ones, it's
you
like
can't culturally give us the same thing because we don't grow up the same way. We're not in there. We don't understand these little minute details that they didn't bring into the movie. So now it's like,
yeah.
why is that ghost all
As-
about McDonald's?
As an American moviegoer watching a foreign movie, it's like there's just stuff that'll go over, potentially over everybody's heads.
yeah,
That you just aren't aware of,
Yeah.
and it's like just a bunch of nuanced kind of things. But I think that design, just because I feel like
this design.
I think the Ring might predate the Grudge. So just the girl with the hair over the face kind of thing, I think that should probably go more toward the Ring.
Buffy is in the American version, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Geller.
Geller.
The Geller lady. But I mean, the Grudge did give us like the kind of thing, and that's like
Isn't that from The Matrix?
no the like the and then the cat boy going meow or whatever he does because he got drowned in the bathtub with the cat. It's terrible.
Not how that works. Why
it's-
is there a cat
they
ghost
fused.
in you?
Their
Yeah.
ghosts fused.
Oh my god!
Um,
Fusion technique with ghosts.
that
What
sounds
if two
cool.
boo ghosts? What if a boo ghost and a goten ghost fused?
Boo tanks. Go boo go.
Ghost boo tanks.
But yeah, like on the victim end of things, you can't once you enter that house because it's all around that house. You're gonna die.
The Ring is Kirk because she's a psychic.
Psychic girl.
I s-
Debatable.
I just want to be honest. I don't even remember if this is the Grudge or this is the Ring, and I'm too afraid to ask now.
But like there's iconic stuff about that that I think there's value in. So I would probably put her. But and it's tough too because like I can't even really remember the character's name. I want to say it's like Kayako or
Fucking
something.
remember the movie. And I
But yeah, those and like it's a very simple plot. So even story wise, it's not too hard to follow. But it's just kind of a mess because it's more of like a mood and atmosphere.
Doesn't
kind
Cabin
of
in the
movie.
Woods make fun of this?
Cabin in the
Where
Woods makes fun of everything.
The children sing to her.
Yeah. Oh, she's in the frog now. We did good. Like, oh fuck you, kids. I'm gonna put her. I think she's serviceable. So I'm gonna put her in C.
I don't like the way you're using that word.
Serviceable.
Yeah.
It gets the job done. I'm gonna put her above Carrie
Okay.
because I think that it is horrifying what they're capable of. So
Okay. No, I'm not arguing with you. That's fine. I just don't remember a lot of it.
no, that's fair.
If not 99.9% of it. And I still don't know if we're talking about the Ring of Grudge.
That's okay.
Plot is she was into her teacher, her husband found out and went nuts.
Yeah.
So she was married into a teacher and then she tried to fuck him and the husband killed them both?
Well,
You know,
the plot isn't exactly the same between the American and the Japanese version. I think it's similar, but
Okay.
I think there's some differences.
don't care.
It's fine.
Leatherface, OG. I'm gonna say I'm a fan of the remakes of the Leatherface, and I think there's a new remake or series on Netflix that I kind of want to see. I think Leatherface is. I'm into those like fucked up families living out in the fucking desert or farm, and they just fucking
Go ham.
yeah, like Hills Have Eyes. I think that's one of the best horror movies. It's not on here. because I don't think you can put a whole family as a villain. But if that was maybe in horror movies, we'll see that. But I am a fan of this kind of lost in society on the fringes, and then they just kill people, and he wears their faces.
Mm-hmm.
And then is this the movie with the iconic she runs out of the house, or is that the remake?
Oh, I'm struggling to remember. I think
Oh, they did both.
it might have happened in both.
Yeah, I kind of remember it looking really old, and then one looking not that old. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I think this is a great horror villain.
Mm-hmm. Puts him in B.
Not better than any of these,
Mhm.
but better than all these. Hey guys, B is above average.
Mhm.
My C is average. He's only here because he's a good character. But if I was, if he'd be lower if anything else.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a grandma.
You know,
There's
I'm
a
sorry.
family. There's a family.
Yeah.
There's a guy in a wheelchair in the remake.
I think Leatherface, very iconic. Everyone knows the face on the face with the chainsaw and all that stuff. I think the family as a whole is more scary than him on his own.
Oh,
just
for
the idea
sure.
of
Yeah,
a
yeah.
cannibal
Well,
family.
He would be fucking found out.
Yeah. he would need help. He would be
he'd
immediately.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would be in the hospital with Michael Myers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But and he's technically just a person. He's
Yeah.
not like superhuman or strong. He's just a murderer.
I would say he's strong.
I
but
mean, he's a big
not,
guy. He's strong in the way
Yeah,
that he's a big guy.
he's a big dude. Right
Yeah.
there. Corey just said, don't forget he's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big
Yeah.
dude. So that's scary. But it's not like he can bench press a bus.
He's not Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's what I got out of that statement.
Yeah. But so and you know what? I think I've never really been like the biggest fan of these movies either. Like I get their appeal. It's just like you said, I just like
I like
movies
this- I
about
like the
these kind of
backstory a lot,
weird
yeah.
family
I
thing.
think
Yeah. And like
'Cause
I get
wish
that, but it's
I wish
just
I had a family.
I'm sorry. We're family.
I wish I was a
We're
weird
family here
I
on
wish we
Gary
had a
That
weird
Beer.
family and that I became a murderer.
By big, I mean fat, says Corey.
He does have a belly in the remake.
He does.
Yeah.
He has a pot belly.
Yeah.
With
and
his
a
pig
fucking
face.
shirt
Yeah.
that's obviously never come off his body in fucking years.
Mm.
Where do you want Mr. Leatherface?
He's the most iconic fat killer in horror history.
Gacy, I will argue that is a more.
He's like a
iconic.
real person, though.
You don't know if I think at the beginning of the Leatherface movie it said based on true.
Yeah, well, yeah.
events.
It's like an exaggeration of.
There-
It kind of,
'cause there
he's like a
is
mishmash of real
there
life
is
stuff thrown in there.
fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
They've never found him to this day.
Like he's scary to me, but like, I'm pretty sure I could outrun him. So,
He would then throw his chainsaw at you.
but I'll do zigzag.
Which also, I think once you let go of the trigger,
Does it? Well,
it
he would
stops
would
spinning.
rig it so it would keep running.
Okay.
But I don't know if he's that smart though, so maybe not.
I was about to say that's a pretty smart
maybe
move. yeah.
he had some family that did it for him.
I don't think they're that smart.
I mean,
you
like-
know what? They're blue collar, so I don't know.
They could.
They could. No, I'm
Don't
I'm agreeing,
underestimate
yeah.
the working man.
I just said I'm not under.
I'm talking to them.
Okay, Jesus Christ, David's a fucking white collar bitch over here.
I'm gonna put him in C. I'll put him above the Babadook, but below
The
the devil.
black. What's his name? Black something.
Black Adam.
Black George, I think.
Probably that sounds.
I think- yeah.
familiar.
All right,
Yeah.
Leprechaun.
I hate this little fucker.
You'll be surprised.
Also, like Chucky,
I've
you should
never
just kick
seen
him.
it. I've never seen it.
You haven't
But
seen it?
what's her name? Is in it, right?
With Rachel.
Yeah, she's. I listened to this podcast, Smartless, and then they bring her on, and then
Yeah, no Pumpkinhead.
they keep fucking. It's like, oh, I loved you in Leprechaun.
She's like, you gotta
She's like,
stop.
oh, shut the fuck
You
up.
gotta stop. Don't even bring it up.
It was so funny.
To be fair,
that-
she's fine in that movie. It's just a bad movie.
Oh yeah, and then they had the audacity to say, "We're getting a sequel done on this bitch."
So you haven't seen Leprechaun. You haven't seen Leprechaun Back in the
I haven't
Hood.
seen.
You haven't seen Leprechaun in Space.
No.
Leprechaun the first Avenger.
No. Return of the Lep. No.
Uh,
The Con of
that
the
movie
Lep.
sucks. He's annoying.
And I already feel it.
And
Boom. Boom.
But I like Warwick Davis, the actor that plays him.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is him.
Because
Huh?
it's
Ah.
freaking Willow.
yeah,
in, like,
which they are
gross
doing
makeup.
again.
Yeah,
as a sequel because isn't it it's the same guy.
it is. Yeah.
It's a sequel.
with the new cast around him. But so he's just annoying.
Yeah.
I hate, and he's like, "Where's me gold?" And he's like, the whole movie. That wasn't even an exaggeration. That was a spot on impression.
I
He's
would care
fucking annoying.
if I've seen it.
And like the way they deal with him in the 4-leaf clover junk is just garbage. So, he can go. You know what? He's gonna be at the bottom, but above the creeper.
Good.
Just on principle.
I'm glad you have those.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
bad. I don't like those movies.
We are now up to, I would say, another iconic, super
Certainly.
iconic, true horror villain. If you guys haven't seen it, Halloween Ends has just come out a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago. I thought it was good.
Okay.
I didn't understand any of the fucking movie and why it wasn't about Michael Myers until it was like, oh, that's why we're getting so much screen time with these two kids. I enjoyed that connection of real people. Also, I love the fact that the whole town just hates each other. Like, he really created this poison that made this town just
I mean, if it
fucking
wasn't-
hate.
If it wasn't evident in Kills, when everyone was like, "Evil dies tonight,"
Yeah.
and then they just killed that.
Sam is like, "What you talking about, bro?" I like the new one.
No, I
liked
know.
it.
I've
liked
seen it.
I like Corey a lot in it. Corey, there's a character named Corey. I love how he fucking kills the kid at the beginning too. You haven't seen it
Over the
have you?
banister.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, that would never happen. He is shorter than that, and he would just hit it. He may go through it.
It's just, I think people that have been following at least like this new series, I think
It's not a new
a lot-
series. It's a sequel to the original series.
okay, these newest films.
Thank you.
If you take them in order,
Okay.
I feel like people that are genuinely invested in them might be disappointed with the way this last one goes.
I thought
because they might expect it to be Michael throughout.
Yeah, and it's not.
He's
I also
they kind of curveball at the end.
But they also then kind of like hinted that he is supernatural in a way, because there's that part where he's like kills someone and then he's like stronger or feels healthier. I was like, great, this is awesome. I just love that someone was obsessed with him enough. But Corey, God, that's a tragic story. He didn't do anything wrong. That fucking kid was a dick. You don't fucking do that.
But then he just kind of
Spiraled.
snowballs. Yeah,
But then seeing the parents too, and it's like, how fucking dare you come here, have fun? And then the dad, obviously they divorced, and the dad's like, I just wanted to prove everyone wrong, then that forgiving you was the right thing to do. And then when I saw his eyes, that kid was gone.
It's weird that everyone just immediately can size him up. Like Jamie Lee and Michael, you're like, oh, you've got that in you.
Yeah, and the girl's really stupid hot. So
But Michael,
Michael Myers, OG. This is the first one. I have too many good things to say about Michael Myers as a character. One of the best themes musically of all time, of all fucking time. One of the greatest fucking animated intros into the credits of all time.
over the
Pumpkin
stuff.
Like, oh my god,
that's good.
brilliant!
I mean, it's
Fucking
so good.
brilliant.
It's so good.
Yeah.
They reused it several times.
and over, and I don't get fucking tired of it. And he has this supernatural like sneakiness, and he yeah, I love that the stupid scene where he gets out of the car and he escaped. Why is he in a fucking car to begin with? Why are you traveling with him? It's a good That's why he's double S. Not Jason Voorhees, but Michael Myers. I like the big dudes. Sorry. big dudes with knives or sharp things are my thing.
Let me see. So how many movies are in that franchise? There's like
Well,
at least like
technically,
10,
yeah, there's
maybe
like
11.
10, but like it's 1, 2.
Because he's not in
3.
3.
There's
Although
no-
he's got a cameo in 3 because
the
they show the first movie on
The
the TV.
trilogy, right?
Yeah.
It's a trilogy now because they retcon.
Can we just
all
go
the
back to
stuff.
how cool the Shining thing was? It was very good, Corey. But yeah, he's great. He's a great horror character. He's the strong silent type, a la Jason. Same,
But
very
he
similar.
Also has a backstory.
And he also has a
Not
backstory.
tragic in any
Not
way.
tragic,
Just a
it's
fuck.
just-
What the fuck?
It's just he was born wrong.
And then
He's
he's
just had-
like, my
Yeah,
sister.
he just had darkness in him.
needs to die.
Yeah.
And I'm a killer. And I did it.
Right.
What are you gonna fucking do about it?
Nothing. And he doesn't generally talk.
He takes no shit from no one.
No. He's just I'm gonna stab you.
Yeah. Good.
Stab.
Stabbing you good.
I'm gonna stab you till you're
Yeah.
not here no more.
Yeah.
And then yeah. But then let me see.
But Sam's a little complex, so he needs some oomph.
I feel like he needs a little. There just needs to be he's a little less than I would like him to be.
But
He's certainly S tier at least.
yeah.
So
I'm already.
and I
putting
feel like
him
he's in the right spot.
Yeah.
And his sequels, the bar for quality is less. Because I feel like they kind of go off the rails a bit more than the Friday the 13th movies.
I like Halloween Kills and Ends. I like their take on
I'm talking
on the
about like
future.
his in between.
Those in betweens.
They didn't know what to do with him.
Like
Which-
Halloween
from,
2,
like-
you can argue.
Halloween 2's fine.
Halloween 3 and on is just like.
Halloween 3, I appreciate they tried something different,
Stop
but
it.
like 4,
Stop it! He's dead already.
yeah, but like 4 and 5 were like a mess because
Yeah.
they introduced the whole,
Relationship
thing.
Oh yeah.
and then you have like
The cult
Halloween
thing was
2000. Yeah, was it? I forget what it was. That I don't know. They're like, oh, we got like a chosen child that's like crazy, and then he'll be like the evil. I don't know. And then
They try
Halloween
to
2000's
do. They
hilarious.
try to do an Omen.
Halloween
into it, yeah.
Resurrection. Yeah, they get kind of goofy, and I feel like it's just the Friday the 13th movies are generally better throughout. So, yeah.
All right. Norman Bates.
Yes.
That's all I got.
So
I have
think
seen
we
this
the same
movie.
mind.
And this is the famous shower scene, right?
Yeah, with Vince Vaughn.
with the toilet water.
Yeah,
With what?
I said with Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn is not in that. Is he the guy that? Is Vince? Am I not remembering the movie?
He's in the remake.
Oh,
He's this character in the
okay.
remake.
Please stop. I was like, am I? Vince Vaughn was like a child. Was he holding the knife or something?
Like what?
That's part. I went on a Universal tour and saw that kind of like where they show that, and then the house, and with the, him at the end being his mom. Great psychological. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a. It's horror, but not horror enough for me to be a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think has some deep rooted psychological problems.
Absolutely.
Because he probably wanted to fuck his mom. So he has that kind of Targaryen thing going on.
He rides dragons.
Yeah. He wish he was a dragon.
He is. Corey just outright said he's a C tier.
He's a C tier. And Corey, if you're reading my mind, because I'm gonna put him right there. He's not D. Again, I like the psychological aspect about it. And that shower scene terrified the shit out of me as a kid.
Parodied to death.
I think I was actually like scared for like my mother for like a month that someone's gonna kill her in the shower. So there we go. That's but like I like the wait, there is no mom. This guy's just fucked up.
I mean, there is a mom. It's just her
but
body.
yeah.
All like dehydrated and corpse
Like I just watched. I'm playing Dying Light, and there's a kind of a scene like that.
Yeah, I don't think I would consider Psycho the movie a horror per se. It's more of a thriller.
Suspense.
And even then, it's like, it's, you know, older, so slower. It's not quite
It's
as...
very good for though.
Yeah.
kind
Well,
of
it's a
like
Hitchcock
Frankenstein.
movie.
Like
Yeah.
Frankenstein's way older,
Yeah.
and it's so good for how old it is.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. With
I
you.
feel like it feels surprisingly modern for how old it is, but it still feels kind of basic by today's standards. It's just like maybe like a few twists short of what I would consider like movie going material nowadays. But he's a great character. I just don't think he's that scary. Like if you put him toe to toe with any of these guys, like B tier up, he'd get his ass
Cujo
handed.
could kill him.
Cujo
Cujo
could honestly take out
would-
most of these,
Yeah.
barring like the supernatural
Cujo
stuff.
could kill this bitch, this guy, this guy. He's got a cat, so I don't know. Definitely
Yeah.
this guy. Probably not.
Don't know.
Don't know. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
Cujo could handle
And
himself.
I feel like when he's
Cujo can actually kill the devil when you think about it.
when Norman is not in like psycho killer mode, he's actually kind of likable. And like in the sequels, he's not dead, surprisingly. And like it's like they kind of like toy around with like him being like rehabilitated, but then like kind of going back into old habits and stuff.
Did you watch the series?
the Bates Motel
I think I
with-
saw like 2 or 3
with
episodes,
Farmiga?
and I thought it was like it had a good story because the sheriff was a fucking creep, and then I stopped watching it.
I think I've only really seen the pilot.
But if you want to watch a normal killer movie, Scream better than Psycho, in my opinion. I don't like Ghostface. I don't like the Scream movies. I just don't. I think the psychological aspect of Norman Bates is way cooler than the Scream movies.
If you were to do like a character study, I think he's more interesting.
Yeah. Also, this is an iconic photo.
Yeah, and that ending.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't even harm a fly, and then he looks at the camera, all
Yeah.
like meh, creepy. Yeah, that's pretty memorable. I would put him because he's not scary, but it's a good movie and he's a cool character. So I would put him at C tier, probably above. Yeah, maybe above K. Yeah, no, right there between Carrie and the Reanimator, I would put him.
Okay.
But he's not scary.
Nosferatu.
That is not his name. It's like not Doctor. It's like Count something with a C.
And just because of
I almost said Count
just
Caligula.
because of principles.
You know, put him in Don't Know.
Oh, I put the creeper down there too.
It's funny that you guys are not talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer. He's, you know,
That's a movie.
The Fisherman is not on the list for some reason.
Yeah,
so
I mean, fucking the Book of Hammurabi is not here. The Mummy's not in here. We can talk about this all the time. Yeah, like this guy's here, but the Mummy's not in here. What the fuck?
I haven't really seen this one. I've seen clips, but I've never seen seen it in its entirety.
Jason's mom.
Has got it going on.
Jason's mom has got it going on. Jason, can't you see? You're just not the boy for me.
Isn't that like an Ice Nine Kills song? Because they do like those horror parody kind of things.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
I think they did something
why
like
are
that.
you willingly listening to Ice Nine Kills?
They're not bad.
He
was in SpongeBob.
I'm gonna put her in a tier. I want to put her in D really badly.
In D?
Yeah, I want to, but she is a source for my double S. So out of respect for that, she's gonna go and C. Only because she has that power. An abusive mother.
She's not abusive. She's vengeful.
She's abusive in coddling her young child, but of course he has problems. So, where do you want her?
You know what? I would also probably do that. I'm gonna put her right under Norman
Under Norman or behind?
because I mean, like, she made for a good killer in that first
We
movie.
don't really get to know her a lot about her. She's not a healthy person. Let's start there.
She's responsible for some cool kills.
Yeah.
Like, she stabbed Kevin Bacon with like
yeah.
an arrow through a mattress, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. You baconated the Bacon Man.
We're on to. I think we're into Hannibal Lecter kind of talk right now. This is not a horror movie. Psychological suspense thriller movie for
So-
sure.
All right.
Does he actually kill anyone?
I was gonna say, can we confirm if he technically actually killed anybody over the course of this movie?
How do you? I mean, according to the sequel,
Well, you mean the
With Mila
sequel that
Kunis.
was written to
With-
not be a sequel
with
that got shoehorned
Mila
into being a sequel?
Kunis.
Yeah.
Did he? Do you think he killed anyone?
I feel like it's like one of those weird power fantasy things where it's like he imagines
I don't think he,
he
killed
does.
anyone.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
I think he's gutless.
Okay, well, you don't have you seen him?
Spineless.
He has no gut.
I know he's
Have
fit.
you seen his?
I
Fucking,
know he's fit.
his 8-pack.
And he's got that weird Huey Lewis thing that he does where he talks about him.
Obsessed. I love it.
Yeah.
Christian Bale did a great job. This is a great character.
He's a great character.
It's a great
Killer?
character, not a horror. We don't even know if he killed anyone.
Questionable.
There's some
He's killing it on Wall Street.
extremely iconic scenes. He's also a dick to his fiance.
American Psycho.
He doesn't have enough money. Yeah, American Psycho, Christian Bale. Boom. I can't do any higher.
You put him above Hannibal?
Yeah, I like him more. I like him as a kid. You don't.
Well, I know trying to separate why that I like them from the fact that
They
they're
are
supposed to be a
this
horror
low
thing.
because they're not horror. Let's get that straight. If this was a killer movie tier, they'd be probably double S.
Corey says he did end someone.
Did he?
Like in
The
that
homeless
movie.
person?
But did he though?
Yeah, did he though? His drunk friend? I don't know about that either. You can argue every single thing.
Did he really kill 30 Seconds
Was
to
he
Mars?
was he actually awake?
Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan. You can't break me down. I just someone should edit that in.
Yeah. That's almost fitting.
It is.
With
That's-
that,
yeah,
yeah.
with the-
And
with
then
the
like,
lyrics.
you know, if you even accounted for the video for that song, it's like a Shining ripoff.
It is. Oh, yeah, it is. I think he did a phenomenal job in this movie. Christian Bale has always done a really good job with his movies and taking it to the extreme without being a method actor. But yeah, I think he's better than Hannibal Lecter.
Corey said it was just a dream.
I think he was hallucinating hard fucking core. I mean, I believe this is a prequel to The Machinist, if I'm correct, where he actually killed someone.
You know what? He was fit as fuck in this movie. Dude was shredded pre-Batman.
Shredded. Dude.
Yeah.
He wasn't shredded in Batman. He was fucking buff in Batman.
He was like
But
lean.
he
in
was
here.
shredded.
Yeah. And then he did kill that chick with the chainsaw from like way up.
Yeah.
And then it was just a dream, but I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, that was
cool.
unhinged.
Like, bitch, stop running
And
for
we
a
were-
second.
And we were just joking about Leatherface throwing a chainsaw. Like his was running.
Yeah.
So,
You like him more in this than Batman? I liked him in
also
Batman
he's just a weirdo.
He's a great
Like,
actor.
when-
He takes things so serious.
When he did kill Jared Leto, he does this weird little sway thing in his raincoat that I just can't get out of my mind. It's so weird.
Not to mention that music choice is actually perfect.
And that weird that that almost like sexual appreciation he has for business cards.
Oh God.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
Check this out.
Oh my god, it even has a watermark. You're like, oh, what? Yeah, he's just funny to watch. But Killer, I don't think he is.
you can't
so
put him any higher than C.
Yeah, he's certainly in C tier. I'm gonna put him under Hannibal.
Okay, we're close. I mean, these
see,
are our
yeah.
opinions. Damn it! All right, now we're on to. Why do I have one more? Is my screen bigger than yours?
I think
It might be,
mine's wider.
yeah. Okay. Regan. Having recently just watched this movie for the first time ever, all the way through.
Really?
Yeah, actually, I've seen parts of it, but
Never
not
the
the
whole
whole movie all the way through.
Did you like the spider walk down the stairs and stuff?
I mean, that I've seen in clips. her head turning.
Ooh, Corey. Oh boy, my favorite movie.
Doesn't she like offer a blowjob or something to one of the priests too, or
Yeah.
to fuck him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then in Scary Movie they take her up on that. too.
Yeah, and then she, yeah. Um, as a person that doesn't believe in religion, this is not that scary to me at all. As a fan of being able to create a sense of horror with lighting, with sets, with placing things where they should go. Great movie. Not the whole cast isn't amazing. I will say that. There's like, the three main
couple
characters
weak
are
spots.
kind of like the only thing that really matters. Hey, absolute tragic story of where this series went after this movie, because I then read every single synopsis. I'm like, well, this is garbage. let's go to the fucking desert. Let's figure out where this temple is.
What's the guy's name? Pazuzu or whatever his
the
face.
yeah. So I was like, okay, you guys ruined it. But this movie's good. I'm gonna put her right here above Carrie, and not because she's a woman, but these characters are just top tier.
David, you're putting him on a pedestal.
Okay, I'll put.
I'm
her
kidding. I'm kidding. No, that's fair.
The other movies are bad. I like her as a character, but like Jack Nicholson, the fucking devil and the witch and Frankenstein, I think are better characters. But the makeup is so good.
Yeah.
The fucking like
All the effects and stuff,
yeah,
they're
the
great
effects
for the
are
time.
superb. And remember, B is above average to
Yeah.
me. So
So it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, like, even if you were to include C, like, it's just good.
I'm only
At
the
least.
C's like really great actors that weren't scary.
Yeah, so far,
Yeah.
that's what your C is.
yeah.
They're like, they're good, but it's
Yeah.
just, they're not
D
horror.
are like these aren't
No.
that horror fucking bullshit, Damien.
Let me see. Is it true that the actor was not the same after the movie? Yeah, they were older.
No, wasn't there like a Hollywood
Linda
curse
Blair.
or something?
Yeah, well, there
Like-
was. It's one of the. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the Superman movies.
Yeah.
They got like a curse following the fact.
or like Bruce Lee's curse.
Sad.
All the men die. And then his granddaughter broke the curse because she was female.
What?
Didn't you hear that? All the first males in Bruce Lee's family, like the Lee family, have all had like sudden tragic deaths.
I'm aware of Bruce and Brandon.
But before him, the same thing. But then Brandon's daughter, because she was female, broke the curse because she was a male. Where do you want to put this bitch?
Effects and stuff, great.
Even music too.
Music,
yeah.
great. The Exorcist did for film audiences the same thing that Jaws did. Jaws made people afraid of the water. Exorcist made people go to church in droves.
He knows that because his dad's like, "We're going to fucking church."
Going to church and just rewatched Exorcist. We're going to church. Yeah, especially if you are religious in any sense, especially Catholic or Christian. Yeah, this is like good stuff. Good material. Yeah, ending's great. Especially dude flinging himself out the window. Yeah, it's pretty good. And just like a lot of iconic imagery and stuff. Scary that happens to this unassuming little girl. It's like you feel like, oh man, that's awful that happened.
I was like, "Good, they're
Good.
They're rich.
Yeah.
They live in a mansion. They can afford it."
I'll
Don't you love that doctors were like, "Oh, you could try an exorcism."
no real doctor.
But then I just had this feeling like when they like left, they're like, "What a dumb bitch! She's going to try
an
it."
idiot.
Hey, $5, everyone, come on.
Yeah, and then the priest they bring over is like their cousin or something. Like, yeah, get more money for the family.
We'll need lots of money for your exorcisms. Not church isn't free.
So, and unlike a lot of these people that David and I both have in like C tier. Well, I guess more so David than me, but like she's actually like this is like a
Horror.
horror centric kind
She's
of thing.
horror. It's a horror movie. It's not anything else.
I would put her in. I'll put her in top of B.
Okay. Based on your list, yes, that is the correct spot because you have some of the really great
Yeah,
going
the
very
greats.
high.
The greats. The
Which
top
kind
is
of makes
reserved
me
for the greats.
want to change this a little bit
Uh-huh.
because, yeah, my seat is like people that aren't just
It's like
really
great
good. Yeah,
stuff that's just not horror.
and they don't deserve to be any higher. But
Uh-huh.
maybe the B is too low for
You might be
somebody.
able to
Yeah,
shift
we'll
some
see.
stuff.
Is this it? Right? This is it.
No, that's Tim Curry.
Yeah, it.
Pennywise.
It.
The dancing clown.
I love the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much CGI. I think they could have done effects for that.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that wasn't CGI, I believe, was his eyes, his eye trick, which is really cool.
Where it droops.
Oh my god!
But
Then he fucking does it like on Jimmy Kimmel Live or something,
like, "Ugh."
and they're like, "How did you the CGI?" He's like, "Oh, I wasn't CGI, I did it," and he
Yeah.
does it.
and
Like,
he
what
can
the
and he can actually do that smile
Yeah,
too.
I'm
where he
like,
just, fuck, like gets his lips
That being
off.
said, this is not the same It. Pennywise.
Have you seen this one?
Only seen the first like 10 minutes of this one.
Really?
The boat thing. That's all I've seen. So
In like a comparison video.
I will put it at the top of don't know. In fact, I'm going to.
So you
my
really don't know.
I really don't know because I really haven't
I
seen it.
super duper do not know.
Yeah.
Um,
So sorry
uh,
if it's life changing, but
okay, a lot like
ending is great.
he was talking about The Exorcist.
Yeah.
But okay, so for
Take
this
me.
for this portrayal of It, a lot like the newer It films, the first half of the story is better. So the kid-centric part is the best part of this one. When
Okay.
they focus more on the adults, it falls apart. Or it's just, I don't know. It's just, I feel like that part of the story is less interesting. But whereas, like, you know, the newer one, the updates, the effects and stuff help bolster all the feelings and atmosphere and like that add to the terror.
little-
This one, it's like the miniseries is not good, but he's
Oh
a
yeah,
great
this is a
villain.
miniseries,
It's
not
like
a
made
movie.
for it's like a made for TV movie.
It's like
that's
3 or
broken
4,
up
right?
it's broken up into 2 parts.
Oh my god! This doesn't count.
It's technically it's after the
I'm
fact that you
I'm
put it
fucking joking.
into a film.
I mean,
form.
he's been in one fucking TV movie.
yeah, a tele movie. So, bearing in mind that this was a television movie, they
Yeah.
had some, restrictions on what they could do with it.
Okay. Well, now
Budget
yeah,
and,
now
like,
that
what
I
they could
remember
show.
that, yeah.
But he's terrifying, and he doesn't need all the makeup and stuff.
This
Like he's
picture is
just
him signed
unsettling.
Tim Curry. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, but it's weird because he's also the funniest fucking person on the planet in this movie. So he could like flip on a dime
Yeah.
between just being like super funny and just like a dead stare in your face. Like, I'm gonna, like, he doesn't say it in the movie, but like basically his eyes are like, I'm gonna murder you in your sleep, and you're like, I believe you.
Yeah. Not having seen it, and I can only base it off of the remake, and I'd really like the remake, so I'm trying to keep my opinions to nothing for this.
So what he's in sucks, but he
He's
is
a good
amazing.
Yeah,
He elevates that to just it. The material doesn't deserve him, so I'm gonna put him.
I'm thinking A, S.
I'll put him. It's weird. I feel weird because he makes me laugh so much too. So I'm gonna put him in A.
Okay.
I'll put him in bottom of A.
Okay.
Right up with the greats.
Now we're up to a recent remake of Pinhead. But this is Hellraiser Pinhead, the original,
Wait, a recent remake, but the original.
which I have not seen.
Hmm.
I've not seen any of the
Blah,
original Hellraisers. But I did like. I thought the remake was good, so I'll put him kind of up to.
I haven't seen the new one where it's a female Pinhead, right?
Well, we don't know if she's female.
Well, I mean, appearance wise.
Appearance wise, it's a different Pinhead.
Yeah.
But that movie, the remake, and this is why I put this Pinhead up so high. Great fucking costume effects designs, amazing. Like, I don't think any of them were CGI'd. They're all hours and fucking hours of work.
That might have changed with some of the sequels, but like
But
starting
yeah.
now.
So it's up there. Where do you want
Thanks,
to put
Tim Curry,
Pinhead?
for a good performance. Agreed, Corey.
Is he dead?
Who?
Tim Curry.
No, he's just he's still kicking.
Okay.
He had a stroke a few years back, and he's
Kicking
kind of
dead.
he never quite bounced back to what he was, but
Like
he's still around.
like seeing what's his face from Back to the Future on stage at that New York Comic Con was kind of hard to watch.
Michael
Michael J.
Michael J.
Fox.
Fox.
Yeah.
Uh,
But good for him to coming out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad we still have them. But Pinhead, I've never really been a huge fan of these movies. They're kind of a mess.
I don't get that story.
It's a little bit Saw-ish in that I feel like they rely on the gore.
So
of it.
yeah, I can see that. From the
Um,
remake, I've learned that they're travelers from, I guess, a
Another
hellish dimension,
Yeah.
a la Event Horizon. And hey, why isn't the ship from Event Horizon in here? But learning that they have gone beyond the simple pleasures of touch or money or power, and now pain is only the pleasure that really means anything.
In like a weird sexual fetish kind of way.
Don't talk about Fox. It hurts seeing like that.
Yeah, the first Hellraiser is the best one, I think. Also, Corey.
And sorry about. I know I like Michael J. Fox a lot. Back to the Future is probably one of my favorite trilogies. But to be honest, should he have been there?
Yeah.
Probably not.
but
Anyways,
the
back
first
to Sam's
Hellraiser movie, it's like if I remember the plot, if I remember correct, it kind of hinges on like a couple kind of getting split apart
You open the box.
by
you
like an
die.
adulterous affair with like the husband's brother, who's like an undead person because he's a victim of the box or something like that. I don't know. Clive Barker's a
This
weird
movie
dude.
sounds terrible.
It's not great, but it's weird.
You
It's
were
not
doing
great,
a
but
bad
it's
job.
weird. Yeah,
Convinced
that's
me
why
to
I'm
watch
like.
it.
That's why like I feel like these movies, this franchise has so much potential, but it's just never been realized
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
fully.
No,
Hell-
I think so. With a name like Hellraiser,
it's good.
Come on,
Right?
Yeah.
That sounds like such a death metal
Yeah.
name for something. And Pinhead, I feel like he's strongest probably in the first one, because then they kind of delve into his backstory and like his past, where he was like a soldier or whatever, and the mystery kind of helps a little bit in that first one, and he's also super recognizable. So
Yeah,
but I don't like those movies.
yeah.
So I'll put him in C. Yep. 'Cause I
Okay.
like Scream more than that. So
We're at a impasse here, I believe, with the next horror villain.
if this was
quotes.
a sci-fi action list,
He'd
this
be
would
double
triple
S.
S
Yeah.
tier. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be his own tier. Pred. But when I go thinking about it, what if there was this concept of a alien coming to Earth and just going and ripping fucking people apart to prove to whatever?
Hunting people for sport.
Yeah. The ultimate sport.
The idea of it's scary, but an execution.
Sam just said what I wanted him to say.
Yeah,
The idea is scary.
that's what I've always thought about these ones.
Is the execution for a horror movie? No, not sci-fi. Sci-fi.
Sam, you know what I'm going to say about this. Say it anyway, Corey.
Say it, Corey. I'll wait. Because you're going to be surprised where I put it. Because before this, we were like, what the fuck is the Predator doing on this list?
I mean,
But now
Yeah.
that Sam has agreed with me that the idea of an alien coming down here with the ability to rip out your spine
Right.
or lock on with a homing fucking rocket missile,
and you can't see him.
fucking terrifying. So we'll wait for Corey's comment, obviously. Because Corey deserves our attention.
Yes,
That's for sure.
This will factor in.
First movie was an amazing classic. Yep.
Undeniable.
Second
That's
second
literally one of
movie,
my favorite action movies.
Not bad. Not bad.
As far as sequels go,
AVP,
not terrible.
actually better than the classic.
I feel like you're getting into controversial opinion a bit now. AVP Requiem,
Absolute.
number one,
Keegan Michael
beats
Key.
Casablanca, Gone with the Wind,
I've never seen
The
Casablanca
Sound of
or Gone with
Music,
the Wind or Sound of Music.
Citizen Kane,
Not Rosebud.
any Orson Welles movie,
Yeah, why are you
or,
picking
or,
all these?
or, a Hitchcock.
So, that being said, the idea is scary. Is this scary? It's cooler to me. But I've had a slight change. And
Whoa, really?
I'm going to do it there.
Okay. On the premise.
On the premise, but Jason Voorhees is. You know what? Sorry, I can't. He's here. Sorry, he's S tier.
That bro
Bro
moment
moment
with the black guy was
The
cool.
black
You mean
girl-
where
the
they
black
did
girl or the
black
or-
guy?
or
You know
the-
where
in 2 or
where
what's his what's his name in
where
1? 'Cause he's on
where Arnold and Carl
Carl Weathers.
give Hollywood its
Carl
favorite
Weathers. Carl
give
Weathers.
Hollywood its favorite handshake.
Carl Weathers.
That's how stars are made.
I put
Like literal
S.
space stars.
I put S. I put S because he's not the true horror, but the idea.
Corey, did you
and the-
just call him the cigar guy?
He has a cigar.
You mean
doesn't he?
Apollo Creed?
Are you talking about Carl Weathers? From the critically acclaimed Arrested Development. That's only where I know Carl Weathers from. Again, the idea is scary. Me and Sam agree on that. Is it a horror movie to us? Absolutely not. It's a sci-fi action movie,
Mm-hmm.
an amazing one at that. I had him in S tier. Or double S. I put him in the middle, and then I was like, nope, not horror enough. But he is a great character.
You mean Lando from Star Wars? No, that's not the same person.
Yeah, that's Jimmy? No. Jamie? What's his name? Billy, right? Billy. Lando Norris, Billy something, right? Lando Car-
Is it the same person?
Billy-
It's not
Billy-
the same person.
It's not,
That's,
it's not.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, Corey. I have hazy memory right now. You're messing with me.
It's-
He just said, I know, lol. That's so messed up that you could, that I think about that the same way I get the famous.
Billy D. Williams.
Billy
I was
Williams,
right.
yeah, yeah.
I was fucking right.
Yeah, I was
wow.
You mean Harvey Dent from Batman '89?
Yes.
Uh,
Who we never actually got
that's
to see.
that's the same. It's
yeah.
a joke in a Star Wars parody. I get those two confused the same way I get Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton confused. Bill Pullman's the president in Independence Day, and Bill Paxton is Predator 2. He's in Aliens. He's a guy. Game over, man.
Oh yeah.
I always get those two confused.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know why. I think it's
One
just
is
because Bill.
less wrinkles. One is less wrinkles. That's how I remember. Okay, where do you want to put? I'm assuming the original Predator.
Yeah. Even though clearly this is like a more this is
Updated
probably
photo.
from
It looks
this is
like
probably
from
from
the
Predators.
Or it looks like from the book, like a real nice photo.
So, like David, the promise of the premise, incredible, super scary to think about. That's one of my favorite creature designs. I mean, just that mandible look and everything, and
Like we all want.
and he
this.
towers over everybody.
Every
He's
guy has
huge.
dreamed of having a mandible
Yeah.
that could open up
Yeah.
and tell you how angry we are.
Yeah, and like Hollywood picked up on that, like, oh, people like mandibles. Let's put it in Blade
yeah.
2. And then
Those movies are so far apart.
I know, but they got that in common. They can do that.
People like me.
But yeah, and it's just that first movie is amazing. That's
Yeah.
literally like, I don't do favorite movies, but that is like in my top 10.
yeah, that's yeah.
But horror, like what we actually got versus what like it
Also,
sounds like.
is he a villain?
I mean,
I don't think so.
I think he's just an asshole.
He's just doing his culture. He's a cultured man
He's a man of
trying
culture.
to fucking prove to his familia
You know what? When are we going to get the Ocean's 13 of Predator movies?
where we have 13
Or the
predators
ghost-
trying to rob a
or the-
bank in Las Vegas.
No. I was going to say, how about this? The Ghostbusters 2016 of Predator movies.
Where the old Arnold comes back to try to stop the original Predator.
No. I meant like just an all-female cast getting
Oh,
hunted by.
sorry. I'm like, what do you fuck? I saw the Ghostbusters. The last Ghostbusters was the sequel, I guess.
The one before.
After.
The one that everyone
Yeah.
was hating on.
The one that was
where
like, why
Thor
did-
does
yeah.
a show tune.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like simply because it's not what we ended up getting. It wasn't
Eeyore
a horror
from Winnie
movie.
the Pooh is the sound for our Predator.
Oh, you're talking about
His
Peter
roar?
Weller?
His roar. or
Not
the
Peter
guy?
Weller. Did I say Peter Weller?
Yeah, he did.
No, that's RoboCop. I meant Cullen. Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen, because he's
Don't know.
Optimus. Optimus does the sound for
Optimus
Predator.
Prime.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him. I'll put him in B tier,
Wow.
top of B tier, because I can't
Okay.
in my heart it doesn't
I
feel right
thought
because he's
I
not
said
actual
enough.
horror,
I
but
thought I said enough.
I think he's horrifying and
Yeah.
he's great.
The idea is horrifying.
Yeah.
All right. I've seen it, but just like this movie, I don't fucking remember it. So these are just placement doesn't matter. I just don't remember this movie at all.
I'm doing the same thing. So that and The Grudge are like almost interchangeable in my mind. Although haunted TV and a phone call giving you like a heads up, hey, you've got this much time left.
I didn't even know one was a phone
yeah.
call.
No, it was the
That's how
7
much I
days
don't.
thing.
I thought that was
Remember?
the TV.
Yeah, that's the TV thing.
What's
That's-
the phone call?
No. The TV is the tape, and that's what gets
Yeah,
you cursed.
that's the
and
ring.
then right after you watch the tape, you get a phone call. That says,
Okay.
7 days.
Okay. So now we're on to the confusing part of this list. Why are there 2 Sams and it's not this one? So we have Sam from the critically acclaimed Trick or Treat.
Mm-hmm.
Great story.
Mm-hmm.
Easily connectable. You don't know who's who. You don't know what's going on, but you do know what's going on. So I don't know why there's 2, but Sam's going to be real surprised here. He is the true essence of Halloween and horror. Double S for me.
Okay. You know what? I respect it.
I love that movie.
I know.
Sam
you like
introduced it to my life, and
It's a
I love
great
it.
movie.
It's a great anthology.
Yeah, you don't get much better than that.
All the stupid little Halloween thing. You can't take the decoration down.
Mm-hmm.
Or didn't you hear that as a kid?
Sidebar, since
Sidebar
or tangent. Since Trick or Treat anthology. Have you seen this new Guillermo del Toro thing that came out on Netflix?
Which one?
Cabinet of Curiosities.
No.
It's great.
Okay.
should
Is it
watch it.
horror or just
Yeah,
fantasy?
it's horror. No, it's horror.
Okay.
Straight through.
Because it took 7 days to die in the well. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have water. You
And like
keep
the
living.
ring itself is like her view
This-
of the top of the well in the video. It's fine.
I don't remember.
It's fine.
Okay. Where do you want Sam?
I feel like, you know what? If this list wasn't just horror movie villains and it was just like
Villains.
Halloween
Uh-huh.
theme villains,
Oh, it'd be top.
he would way at the top because I feel like he encapsulates.
I
the
put him up
spirit
there
of,
because of that. And he fucking, obviously he's Spider-Man too.
yeah, and he fucks.
And he fucking kills people with a bitten lollipop. Like, how sharp are your teeth to
and he
perfectly cut?
just bites people.
And he has candy corn toenails.
and he's like scrappy in a way that I like.
He's a better Chucky in every respect, and he's also a man of culture because don't fuck with Halloween.
Yeah, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing,
You
he
have
leaves
nothing
you
to
alone.
fret, yeah.
But if you
He
don't
sees
abide
you
by the
when you're
traditions,
sleeping. He knows when you're awake. That's all. That's not about Santa Claus. That's about fucking Sam.
also that song is just scary.
Yeah, it is.
It implies Santa is like some
Stalker.
weird creep
Stalker.
stalker. He knows when
pedophilia stalker.
He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. That
Because-
sounds like a threat.
Because he's gonna fucking kill you. All right, where do you want these Sams?
He's great.
But
I'll put him at S.
Okay. Both. They're combos.
I think the only thing that keeps him from because that's exactly where I would put him. The only thing that keeps him like from the top of S is just he's newer. These other guys have been around longer, so they're more established. I
I have 2 Funkos of him.
He's great.
2 Funkos of the same character. They're obviously doing different things. I'm not a psycho. But I would buy 4 if I could. All right. The Fly. What's he saying?
Corey says it was a movie that had 4 stories.
Yeah.
I think true. The vampire story was cool.
Kind of he wasn't a real vampire though. The dad? Nah. The werewolves were. Oh no, wait, the girls. The girls.
The girls were
Yeah,
wolves.
Yeah. Right, werewolves. Shocker to all of us. I've never seen The Fly.
No way. This one's bad.
I have seen memes, clips, but I've actually never seen a movie
This is
from
the
it.
only sample of Cronenberg that we get on this list
I've
too.
never seen it.
So it's like he's known for like body horror stuff, and that movie is like it gets into it. Like it's gross. Like
Never seen it.
yeah, it's and it's Jeff Goldblum.
Doesn't
he's
his-
so
yeah,
he's
doesn't
so
he like
good.
fall apart and turn into a giant fly?
So he makes a teleporting device,
and the fly gets in it.
and it goes wrong when he's testing it, and he doesn't know that it went wrong. So
So
he gets
he's-
fused with the fly and
he's
gradually
spliced.
transforms.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's my question. He splices with the fly instantly.
Yeah.
And then he grows into one.
No, it's like so immediately it affects him out the gate. Like he's like kind of like rejuvenated, reinvigorated. Like he's like stronger and stuff. But
How
it's like,
did a fly make him stronger? Shouldn't he just have the strength of one added fly, which probably wouldn't do much
I think
difference?
you know, I feel like it scales. So it's like if it was like the size of a man.
Okay. So that means a man shrunken down to a fly size is weaker than a fly?
Like probably.
Okay. Well,
Well,
that
if you've seen the
confidence-
original Fly,
that confidence reeks.
there's one bit I miss from the original like 50s Fly where it's like rather than in this one it's like there's only one being that comes out of the pod. In the original one there's two. So one is like a human-sized fly man, and then the other one is like a
A
fly-sized
sized human?
human face thing that like the whole crux of that movie is they're trying to get both of those together, put them back in the pod so they can zip them through and they'll separate, but they end up killing the human-sized one, and then because they were looking for the little one the entire time, but they can't find it till after the big one killed him, and they find the other one out in a garden, and he's in a spider web about to get eaten by a spider, and it's so tragic because he's in the web, he's screaming, he's like, help me, and you just see the spider go on him.
Sounds like a Beetlejuice
It's
scene.
I think the original, the story is just it's so sad, but this one it's just it's the same with like upped gross factor.
Okay.
And
Don't know it. But
Jeff Goldblum's great.
sorry,
and,
haven't seen it.
What's her face is great. I forget the lady's name.
I feel
I
like
haven't
this is
seen
gonna
the
be
stuff.
top tier for you.
It's good. I would put it. I'd put it in S. Yeah,
You like the talkers, I know you do, because you're
and he knows what's happening to him, so it's more sad.
because he's science.
Yeah.
dude. Sam, you knew exactly what this was.
fucking sucks. I hate this.
Okay. I'd never seen it.
Thanksgiving is it's like it's one of those ones. It's made to be bad. It's like a Sharknado.
Oscar, no licks, bud. No.
But yeah, if you've seen Thanksgiving, I know there's a sequel, but I think they skipped the second one, so they went straight to Thanksgiving 3. I think that's what happened.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and there's like a weird time warp thing in that and everything. It's garbage. This is a bad movie.
So, you wish you didn't know it?
If there was like a
Or are
like
you gonna put
wish
it
could
Right
unsee,
here,
yeah,
right there.
definitely.
Okay.
I hate it more than I hate Leprechaun. So
Okay. The Xenomorph.
this one deserves to be on here.
Not as much as Predator.
I think it does.
It's not a horror movie. It's
Have
a
you
sci-fi.
seen the first
It's a
movie?
yeah, it's not scary
It's
at
a
all.
space haunted house.
It's not. There's no ghosts.
It's like
It's not haunted.
I
How
know-
can you say something?
it's in feel.
So
atmosphere.
fucking stupid.
Well, then we're just gonna disagree here. That's fine.
No, I'm right. You're wrong.
You're right
I'm wrong.
in the wrongest way.
Again, the idea is scary.
Ooh, disagree, Corey.
It's the same as Predator. I don't think it's as good, but as a sci-fi movie, it'd be top tier. As a horror movie, there's an android in there, man. And it's not Ex Machina, whatever that shit's called.
Ex Machina.
Ex.
You know it's
Machina.
Ex Machina. You piece of shit. That's just you saying stuff to upset me.
Sam just got real mad.
I'm like, really? That's a great movie.
That being said, it is a great character, a great species that deserves to be alive because they are absolutely perfect in every single way.
You know, you sound like the android.
That's perfect.
I admire its purity.
So you're saying this sci-fi because it has a UFO? It's sci-fi because it's a sci-fi movie. There's a fucking alien in there.
So are you saying UFO in the movie? Yep.
Uh,
I mean, it's in
But-
space. It's in the future.
there you go.
That's fair.
Bottom of S.
Um,
It's not. I don't think it's that horror. Just like Prometheus isn't horror,
mhm.
or Covenant isn't horror,
I mean, those certainly not.
or
They suck.
or Independence Day isn't horror, or
That's a great point. Corey said not know the thing.
the
That would be
the
good on here.
thing. Yeah, but I think this is more like it has to be. Like you don't know what the thing looks like, so how could you ever
You could just
put it
have
on
the title.
put you can just put the poster, David.
Just put
the poster, David.
just put like one of the people you know is the monster.
Actually,
then, like,
isn't
who's that
there a
dude?
clip of the actual thing, but it just looks like a messed
I
up
think
dog?
it's probably like artistic interpretation.
All right, it's like the thing is just the flood. I hope you guys know that.
Basically.
Why isn't the flood on here? That's true.
Oh,
horror.
did you hear that rumor? Or not a rumor. It was like confirmed. Somebody like interviewed what's his face? Not Wes Craven. I was gonna say Wes Craven. The one who did it, John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
They interviewed John Carpenter, and apparently he's like a gamer.
And he loves.
And they
the
asked
flood.
him, they're like, oh, well, what's like if you were gonna revisit something, maybe even like a game, like was there something you'd want to adapt? And he said he was talking about Dead Space.
Mm.
And I was like, the guy who did the 1982 thing is interested in doing a Dead Space movie, and I was like, that's perfect.
I don't know how it would, because the thing is really good, and Dead Space is really good for a different reason.
But just like if you think like if he got like a team comparable to what he had back in the day,
Okay, maybe, and if he listens, because he's old now, he needs to understand things.
I don't know. I got excited.
Where do
But
you want the xenomorph?
The xenomorph,
The crossing,
the xenia on a top.
the X-Eniomorph.
So the Alien movies, none of them are horror, barring the first movie. I think I consider the first one a horror movie.
Okay, so you're gonna put it up B. It shouldn't be anywhere higher.
Also factoring in that I kind of feel about this way that I feel about the Gill Man in Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's got like a weird soft spot for me.
Why?
I just saw it at the right
It
time.
looks cuddly. It's cute.
No, it's got like this weird like body horror thing going on where it's like a rape allegory kind of, because like, you know, the whole reproductive thing
Yeah.
about it is just, it's so invasive and like
I
that's
mean, it's-
scary.
Some spiders do
And
this,
it's
but
got
yes.
acid blood. And especially in that first movie, it's
Yes,
like you don't know where
more
it is.
sci-fi reasons to like it. Yes, I agree.
I think it's a great horror monster. So I would put it in S.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to put it in S. Probably top of S.
Wow.
But actually, it's weird seeing Torrance up in double S now. So I just don't think I would put anything in double S. I want to move him.
Yeah, because you know he would kill this guy. In fact, I guess based on Sam's rules, Freddy could have killed this guy when it falls asleep. I mean, this guy's dead already. Apparently, flies are stronger than humans, so maybe the fly has a chance.
There's
against this.
literally a scene in that movie where he arm wrestles a dude and just cracks his
Jason
arm in
Voorhees
half.
would drink the xenomorph's
It's not
blood.
necessarily in my I'm just gonna comp the fact that I don't think it's necessarily about ability. It's just like
Even though we talked about
it's
abilities.
it's a multitude of things.
You're a multitude of things.
Okay, well, that's where I'm at.
So no double S's.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, David, for you,
No, because you.
He's the most Halloween.
It's you. Look at. It's
I'm not gonna put my. Do you know me?
young Sam.
I'm like. Why
When
would I
young
put
was a
myself?
Sam.
Warthog.
All right. No, I'll put these back so we can.
Okay.
Here are the tier list. Absorb them.
All right. Absorb them.
You'll never see them ever again.
Do Do
We
with this
definitely
information what you will.
We definitely don't have time to do the movies.
Oh,
We
man,
took-
that really went
We
in.
took 2.5 hours to talk about villains.
I had a great time.
It was
though.
it was the best list I could find too, because some were like, why is
I think
the nail from a coffin on this list?
I think we're missing some heavy contenders, but all in all, I'm pretty okay with with what we had to pick from.
So yeah, not a lot of A's for David.
Mhm.
Same A's. A lot of S's for Sam. Apparently, he can't choose a double S out of that. B's, lots of C's. I haven't seen a lot of movies. Sam had a different upbringing than me.
It
Which explains a lot.
I feel like David is definitely closing the gap though, because you have a tradition now where you don't you do like the 31 days to Halloween
31
watching
days
movies?
of horror-ish
Yeah.
movies.
See, I don't really have that tradition. I kind of just watch them whenever throughout the year.
Yeah, so I've watched, and this year we've done all new ones,
Uh-huh.
except for Mama, because I really haven't seen it in a long time, and that was a good movie though. That was a good movie. But yeah, that's all the time we have today. I gotta go eat some dinner, take my dog out.
Yeah, we
and
talked about
then
that too, Court.
Get ready for some Halloween shit. Yeah, well, yeah, we talked about that. These are the first movies, not so they have the first Dracula, but they don't have a remake of the Draculas. But yeah,
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was an earlier version of Dracula that had been done, but that was like
well, technically
the
it
most
was,
known.
like theater wise, they probably had a Dracula play before. So yeah, we can go down that fucking road. Thanks for hanging out, Corey. This was fun.
Yeah.
At some point, we'll do the movies next year, and it will take us 4 hours
Because apparently we like to talk about them.
Yeah.
So
because we have opinions that are important to the people, as Sam calls them.
it's fun. It's fun realizing what my opinions are when I'm on the spot.
And when the internet,
I'm like,
now
oh, is that how I
knows.
feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it is.
Interesting.
Also, can I ask something? You can ask one last question.
All right, one for the road, Corey.
Make it count.
Well, this was fun. I like how I said that, and I just like yawned, like
All right,
like a
yeah.
buzzer. This was fun.
Yawns. You could also say that
So
to Corey. Go ahead,
tired.
Corey. Yawns.
Ow. We could watch the Marvel Werewolf movie.
It's in a series. Or a
Werewolf by
movie?
Night. It's a one-off.
Okay.
It's like a
We can. We
I've
just gotta be
seen
on
it.
Discord, and no stream. I gotta ask Isabel if she's okay with me watching it though, because we watch a lot of stuff together.
It's short.
You're short.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. See you soon.
Happy Halloween.
Bye bye. Yeah, be safe out there tonight.
Bye-bye.
I will be. I'll see about streaming tomorrow. I got some big thing to do.
Well, I might not be back for Halloween. So happy Halloween,
But
everybody.
bye bye.